Hello and welcome to another wonderful night of ARML Mahjong. I will be one of your commentators tonight, Tucker, also known as Ennui. I'm joined tonight by Harrison. How's it going, Harrison?
It is going great. Super excited right now in the most tense, most absolutely emotions running high, best week, best session for Armel. This is the pinnacle. We got players who are on the brink of demotion, trying to fight their way to either stay in the same round or promote and play with bigger fish in the pond. This is the week where everybody is going to be fighting their hearts out, trying their best to prove their might. And we got a heck of a match to start off with. We got Andrew L, top of the ranks in B3, plus 253. We got Alan S and Michael W, spots 16 and 17. Note that top 16 spots are going to promote, and the bottom below that are going to stay B3. So they are neck and neck fighting for that last spot to get in the B2. And then Scott H, who's a little far behind, but one good session is all it's going to take to get to the positive ranks.
We've seen plenty of people go over plus 100 in a single session. We've seen a couple people do it in a single game,
hmm And there have been
although
some crazy games in B3. I alone have witnessed, I think, almost six, two or three times alone.
well, and here we go. We're starting out with Scott as our first dealer, and this is a pretty fantastic hand. The first draw here is Dora. I mean,
Oh,
lots
you
of ways
can't
this
hate
hand can
that.
go. Yeah, you
The
could make
7S
this
in hand
Tanyao.
too.
Could go Pinfu. We'll definitely get that Dora in there. No
Gotta be
one else around the
incorporated and
table
play for the
has
points.
has the Dora yet. Like no one else really has
No one else
that
has
good of
very much
hands.
going. I mean, it looks like Michael W has an interesting decision to make and kind of start to think about maybe going to a Honitsu if a honor pair is picked up or two. Got a lot of Manzu to work with. Ooh, and with that five pickup, can start thinking about it, but it looks like just going to opt to ditch the honors, play it slow, see what comes,
Well,
not
so
necessarily needing
far
to chase value.
the honors being ditched so far are either valueless or have already been discarded. So it's
hmm
probably floating, trying to, as best as they can, split the difference between efficiency and value here. It does look like across the table, Allen has gotten some incredible draws. That hand did not start off looking very good, but now has a complete shape in Manzu and complex shapes everywhere else. So that can very
hmm
quickly become Tanyao Pinfu and can even incorporate the Dora Eitso.
Yeah, that's going to be a non-dangerous tile to pick up later in case there's a reach or some aggression from the dealer here. There's still definitely a good chance for pushing from Allen or Alon, excuse me. And interestingly enough, Andrew L decides to not call the Yakuhai a couple turns back. Looks like they're going to opt to play the more defensive route. I mean, when you're up that high too, and your goal is to just stay in promotion range and play some solid mahjong, I think even if you go a little negative from starting value through sumo bleed, it's worth it just to play as safe as possible. No risks taken.
And we do see our dealer here now, Ishanten. And right after you mentioned it, Andrew took the second tune,
Ooh,
so is now open.
deciding to push a little bit, nothing wrong. Got some good shapes, Shanten.
Yeah, I would
Gonna need to
chi
pull
this and
that
ditch
seven
the
bone.
8-9 Pinchan.
Yep, and then the double ramen, and uh-oh, there's the drop. 17 for a Sean Pone, possibly. And that is going to do it. Dealer's going to be waiting on 9 2S. 9 looking kind of dangerous, but the 2S Suji trapped.
Yeah, I was actually going to say I much prefer the 8-pin weight here to the 9-pin 2S because the 6-pin makes the 8-pin a lot harder to use than it makes the 9-pin harder to use.
That is a good point, and unfortunately the Epot Sumo missed. Oh, hold up, Andrew L. We draw those.
Yep, 300, 500, doubles in value thanks to the Ricci stick. So an early first for Andrew. And we're going to move on now to Michael as the new dealer who is starting off with the double
Whoa!
tone.
Whoa! West to pick it up too. A lot of options from this hand. Could potentially see some Honitsu pushing. Again, depends on how much value you want to greed.
Yeah,
Michael W's not too far down in the rankings, but if you can take some early value now, try to jump on a lawn, put some pressure on it early in the session, That's looking real good.
I am really wondering how different our playstyles are because I would never in 1,000 years look at this hand and even have the word Honitsu appear in my brain. Like
Well,
you've
I
got a
mean,
complex shape in Manzu and Ryanmin and two other
you
suits.
hear
Like
here's the thing too. Like obviously if you start drawing some clunkiness, you're not
Gee.
hitting your fill-ins, then it's not going to be worth it. But if you get a perfect draw here, you get the West called, nobody else looks like
even
they have anything.
even perfect draws, you still have to dump the West pair, and you've already got the double tone.
I mean, that's true. There's still value. I think it just depends on how much value. Here's the thing too, your dealer, you already have a confirmed probably 3 to 5k points, and you're any more than that is going to scare people off more and more. So what's to say, why not try to push a little bit extra value? It's the start of the game. You have one more dealership out of this. If you're gonna greed, might as well do it while you're ahead instead of behind. The problem with that though is Alon, or excuse me, Andrew L is building a scary hand across.
Well, how much
Opting,
value actually would that be? Neither of those are Yakuhai. Like it looked scary to me as
yeah,
well right off the bat, but
but you're right. Dora in hand, but with that Wanzu and just dealer like very far. Oh,
yeah, dealer now waiting 4-7 so.
4-7 looks kind of tied up though. Scott H, I can't imagine is gonna opt to drop. Same thing with Alon.
But the 7 so is not visible at all, so all 4 of those still in the wall.
Yeah, and I can't see those getting incorporated to any hand right now. Could see it drop, not thinking of it. Take an early hit from the dealer. Whoa, hold up. Fortune
Now you
favors the
might ditch
bold. What's the
Yeet.
call?
Well, this is all right.
Ooh, opts to reach on the 6. Interesting.
Now wants to keep the Dora in hand and doesn't want to discard Dora. Probably is the bigger. Oh, the Apatsumo!
We got villains.
Richi Apatsu Sumo Dora. No Ura,
This is
so
the
just
Ura,
the
but still
Mongon.
the Mongon. I mean, we got villains on the table.
Yeah,
We
Andrew.
just draw those apparently.
Two wins in a row. Just kind of eliminating everyone's dealerships.
Yeah,
this
Andrew
hand-
doing really good to just draw them off, end them quickly. Ooh, clunky for Alon. I mean, there you just got to start killing honors, right? You just got to play it nice and slow. It's not the fast hand you want as dealer. There's no clear end in sight, but you're just looking to increase the chances, get rid of all these non-paired honors, try to get something.
Yeah, but
out of the hand.
across the table, Scott has an absolutely fantastic hand. I mean, that's possible. Sanshoku, Ipeiko,
Sanshoku, Ipeiko,
Kinfu,
Tanyao.
Dora too. Like,
It's crazy. Yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot of different options to play that. And I mean, what is that? Gran Shanten right now?
yep, it's two away for biggest possible value.
Definitely scary to have. And with Alon trying to push for some value, get up quickly, could end up playing right into Scott's hand.
Well, Scott's probably not going to want to open this. Oh, and oh my goodness, the 7 pin.
That's a big one.
I mean, so Ishanten from Hanuman minimum. Although there's lots of draws that would get you Tenpai that wouldn't be the Hanuman.
I mean, if you're Scott too, and you're that far back, I think you go for the crazy, right?
You don't have to go for, but even Hanuman is crazy in Akanashi. Like, you know,
It is, but I mean, when you're minus 100 and you want to set yourself up, why not take an extra?
Yeet.
Oh, you got it.
Draw!
Easy,
So-
right away, 5-8.
All right, so this is confirmed.
There's no
Pinfu,
info.
Tanyao, Dora 1.
There's no info. The problem is he's waiting on the Dora Ryanmen, which is definitely the hardest of all those shapes to get. The Dora is going to be really hard sell, just
Yeet.
because it's a 5 and super inside as well.
And there's the chase, 6-pin, 9-pin weight on the right
6-9.
for Andrew. That is Richi Nomi, actually. So Scott definitely has the advantage in value of Pinfu, Dora, Tanyao. On the 5 so, it would be another Dora, Ipeiko, and actually the Sanshoku is confirmed as well. And there it
Eight
is! So it'll be
comes out.
Richi, Pinfu, Dora,
Tanyao.
Sanshoku, and the Tanyao.
Looking a lot
That's all
scarier.
Hanuman.
Yep. Just the Hanuman, but Paimon is dodged with that. No Ura hits either to help him out.
I'm not typically all that pleased about dodging Bybon after I deal into a Hanuman, but
You
we
know, there, with how scary that was, you'll take that. Especially
and
against 2 reaches on the board.
well, and this actually puts Michael in a really rough position. Michael, as we said before, is one of the people who is competing for promotion here with Alon,
Mhm.
and now in a fairly deep last place in East 4. So we'll see how Michael tries to come back from that. Our dealer, Andrew, here with incredible shapes in the Pinsu, but the Sozu are just so awkward. Like the
They're so
1-2-8-8-9-9
yeah.
is such a bear to deal with.
Really, the only way that I see this digging out easily is finding the 3 Sozu, but even then, there's already 1-8 and 1-9 cut, so it's not a very good Shabo. I can't imagine that the 9s or the 8s, one of the pairs is gonna have to get dipped on pretty soon.
Yeah, this is one of those times where I wouldn't want to throw away Monzu, even though that 6-mon, I believe, started out isolated in the hand, just because, like,
You're gonna
the
have to
Sapes
kill a
and
pair,
Sozu are
you're looking
so
for the
bad,
easy
yeah. You
yeah.
need. We do have early calls on the right and left, though. Scott on the right has called the 3-mon, has a Dora in hand, is looking for another possible Sanshoku in the 5-6-7. But
Mhm.
we'll take Tanyao Dora 1, I'm sure. But possible 3
Oh,
Han with the
yeah.
Sanshoku. And then on the left, we have Alon calling the Hatsu. Seems to be pretty hard pushing the Honitsu, although still has a pair of 8-mon. So it does not have to be Honitsu, but it certainly looks like one to the rest of the table.
Yeah, could potentially opt to just wait on a Shabo to try to throw people off and get that 8 mon out, or the one's already on the table, and it looks like it's going to be the full Honitsu push, the extreme committal. Ooh, and picks up another pair of honors. That'll help. Interestingly enough, dealer here, Andrew, has the
Oh,
option to try to play an Itsu. Ooh,
there's the Tempai for the confirmed Sanshoku Tanyao Dora 1.
here's the problem. One to be seen though, and the other one stuck in the hand of a reach. Gonna be waiting on 4-7 too.
Oh, and
Could
all
be
right, everybody
lethal.
Tempai at the same time here. So,
Lot going
like
on.
you
Got
already
two
said,
5 Pinzu. Oh jeez.
yeah. And that across the table, that is Richi Pinfu Dora 1. And then on the left, obviously, the Honitsu. Oh, exiting Tempai.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the smart move. You got some
Oh,
value there,
there's the
but
7-1.
oh yeah, and that'll get right out. You're pushing, hoping it doesn't. Plays right in the
Yeah.
hand.
Oh,
Oh,
it
the
gets the
Ura for the
Ura.
Mongon.
So,
Bill at Heinous table today.
so kind of resets what had happened before. Scott actually could have discarded the 5-mon there. I believe the 8-mon discard in the Apatsu turn made that Nakasuji to maintain
Mhm.
Tempai and not deal in, but wanted the more value. As you
Opts to
said
take the
earlier, kind of
value, play
needs
the
it.
risk. Yeah.
I don't know that it's obvious, but Harrison, I feel like we're gonna have fun commentating together. I think we might
Oh,
disagree on everything.
that's the best. You always want both sides of the coin. Here's the thing. Mahjong is a game where you can say there's a perfect way to play it. There's always the best way to approach each hand. But if that's true, Mahjong is boring. There's no point to it. The whole fun of this game is the different ways to approach each scenario and how to approach that little bit of nuance and info or tiles and what you yourself would do in it. So I think that this is going to be a good commentary session with some good hands.
Yes, absolutely. And the 7-mon is able to be used by everyone around the table, although we see 3 of them already in hands. On the left, Andrew has 2 of the Dora 7-mon, probably wants that to become a pair. Or a triple, of course. And then on the
Hmm.
right, we see Michael with 1 of the 7-mon in a Ryanman shape, although both across the table, Alon and in front of us, Scott have a 5-6 Ryanman waiting on the 7-mon.
That
Scott's hand is
could
really
end up hurting
interesting.
them too.
What would
Hmm.
what would you where would you push this hand if you were Scott?
I mean, here's the thing. You need value, your dealer, and I keep saying value, but with a hand like this, and it's so awkward too, because you have that Ramen right by Dora, and you also
Mm.
have all this other shape. And while you don't need this to be a Yakuman right here, a dealer Yakuman is a huge jump. And also, you just need points really bad. But you're dealer, so you could also just win 20 of these hands in theory and just get the same result. But
Ditching
it
the
does look
5/6 mon.
I think it's like I said, I think they're going for a Chinitsu play, maybe even a Suanko angle incorporate, even just San Anko, trying to get something little nasty, little crazy. Although that 8 Sozu is going to be a holdup that will deal in if dropped.
To Michael on the right, who has Dora 1. Tanyao Dora 1, a classic.
All reliable, never gonna hate it, always gonna smile when you see it. Could potentially upgrade to a Sanshoku with a 5-pin draw as well. I see
Scott
no
did not
danger in dropping the 8.
Scott did not take the 1-pin Pone.
No.
Oh, the 8-so is going to come out of Alon's hand across the table. Alon was Ishanten for a very nice Tanyao Pinfu. Pinfu, possible Dora. So that makes sense dealing into the open hand.
Yeah, I don't think you're too worried about dealing in there. You're not really looking to deal into too much, even if it does deal in like that scenario. 2K is not the worst. You can always come back from that.
You are in a pretty awkward position now, though. We have the 2 players who we talked about beforehand who have the most at stake here. Our dealer, Michael, and South currently, Alon, right at the bottom in 3rd and 4th here, although this whole game is very tight.
And I mean, they still have 1 more to play tonight, and I believe 2 more after this. So they do still have wiggle room. It's not make or break yet, but it is very, very close. And this is not a situation either of these players want to be put in for the start of their last session.
All right, and Michael calling for what could be a very expensive hand here. Maybe, I guess. Possible Chanta. You have Yakuhai. You can incorporate the Dora, although that's kind of the hardest thing to get to right now.
Could potentially opt to play it slow too. Could even try to work towards like a toy angle. If the right draw is picked up, I could see a 7-pin or a 3 or 4 mon to an immediate committal with it, with the 2 mon and the 1 so in hand.
Scott on the left keeps drawing Monzu, only has 3 non-Monzu tiles in hand. And for anybody who's counting, Churin, 9 gates, is not off the table yet, as only 1 9-mon has been discarded and no 1-mon. So there's your Yakuman.
Could be. I don't think a 9 gates has been hit this season yet. Or
well, 9 gates has not been hit in ARML at all.
Oh, so this could be a first time. Okay. I don't know if we'll see the commit though. Scott definitely needs that big one. Oh, but with the reach too, that's gonna make it a lot harder.
With Dora 3, 2-mon, 5-mon for the Ricci Tanyao Dora 3 here.
Ooh, got the heater. Very, very scary. I mean, here's the thing though. 2-5 looks pretty bunkered down. It looks like all 2s are accounted for. 2 5-mons to see the light of day. Could see those, but I mean, everybody could incorporate right now. I can't see any of it being dropped. This could spell disaster. Oh,
this is Tempai. Oh, but picked the wrong weight. The 2-so, 3-so's the one that is being held by Alon on the right. The 7-pin, 8-pin looks worse on the table because you can see 2 7-pin.
Still 1 2s though. You never know. Could be drawn.
Oh boy, a direct copy. Oh, but there's the 2-so. Does it come out? No, the 5-pin is safe.
Looks too scary.
There's the 8-pin. That would have been the sumo if the other weight had been chosen.
Oh, and the 8 comes out, but known it was going to be safe. All of a sudden, hold on, Michael, building it up. Or not Michael, excuse me, Scott building it up.
Ishanten for Churin?
Oh, it's so hard, though. The 7s are all locked up.
Yeah, the 7s are gone.
I imagine you got to just take the Chinitsu. That's got to be the move.
Especially with only 10 tiles left. So what? You can Pone 1-mon, 9-mon, 8-mon.
Yeah, you have a couple different options, but none of them are too good. That 9 could be the good Tempai. Sujid versus Dealer on the 6. Not looking the best, but...
I mean, the 9-mon looks a lot better than most of the other tiles in the hand, I think.
Exactly.
So Pone this, drop 5-so. Yeah, I mean, 5-so's safe.
Boom.
It's, yeah, 5-so is completely safe. Yeah, you gotta see it. Is that...
It's Tempai. I'm not gonna try and think too much about it, though. I'm just gonna look at all the red tiles and assume some of them win.
Oh, I think it's, it's just 3
Oh,
but the 2 comes in, though! Hold out on the touch! fucking worked.
The Forso Kabe made the Tuso look a lot better. So
But
this was that weird situation where having the concealed 4 Forso for Andrew ends up biting him. Really bad luck there, but very good luck for Michael, and everybody dodges the very dangerous hand Alon had going.
That hidden Anko of Dora, never to see the light of day, only one to know. As well as us, of course. And very interesting for Alon opting immediately to kill the 7 Pinzus. I guess just trying to chase
Focus
early
sheet?
value and no, I can't. Well, ooh. There's no way. It's got to be like a 7 pairs Honitsu angle.
Well, we're about to
Especially
find
with
out.
these draws. With these draws, you have to. I imagine 1 pin comes out here. When you already have the double paired up, yeah. When you already have the 2 paired up here, and you have the north, you have the green, you have other options to incorporate another Dora pair, or not Dora pair, excuse me, honor pair. I'd imagine that's a clear way to play it.
Toy Honitsu looking like the most viable option for Alon on the right, as you said. 2 Dora now in dealer's hand, so this could become a very fast Tanyao Dora 2 or Dora 3.
Opts to dodge the west.
The palm that, right? Nope.
Arrow. No. Very. I mean, I guess scared about the Furry 10 if 1S is dropped. I get it. Definitely try to play the hand a little bit slower. The problem with this west is you're looking at Alon's hand and you're feeling very scared. I mean, you think there's no way because it's just a 1 chance tile now, but still not something you really want to risk.
Wait, you're worried about dropping the west?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you're looking at Alon's hand. You're realizing that there's definitely some danger. Then it's a 1-shot tile, so odds are, they're not ready for it. But the thing is, if you're the one to drop into it, you're definitely. Oh, never mind. It comes out.
But 1 shot into what? Like, it doesn't look like Alon has anything yet. Like, Alon's discard pile makes it look like they're dropping middle tiles Tadashi still. Like, they could be Tempai. If they're Tempai, that's bad luck for you.
I don't feel too bad about I must have more horror stories than you do in these scenarios because I've been.
Listen, I play Sanma. Like,
oh, you're just used to it. You're like, if he's got the nuts, if he's got the Yakuman, let him have it. Easy peasy.
Oh, there's the 8-0 draw.
That's a big draw.
Ishanten now for Michael.
with double run, then another Tempai. I believe that's 3-6 on the Pinfu. Probably gonna stay Dama too. Oh, when the 1 comes out, you can't take that. Oh, no, that 6 could be disastrous. Is the danger sense? It's Dama. No, it's not. That's going to deal in.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Pinfu Nomi. So, like, the danger is less the fact that you dealt in to that hand specifically.
Yeah, exactly. You lose your dealership, though, and that's your big run. I mean, nobody's too far. Even Andrew is still only within a Hanuman at this point, but time is running out. It's South 3, and that's your last dealership.
And we do have the dealer here with a hand that, once again, this could push towards Honitsu. Has a pair of the Hatsu, has a lot of Manzu. Was Manzu the suit? No.
Pinzu. I'm getting back to it. My eyes were not quick enough. Ooh, some Pinzu, but
4 pairs?
Clunky Manzu. I mean, I think you just call the easy Yakuhai, right? On second go around, and then try to just get this hand reshuffle to get another one. Nothing
it looks like
fast or good enough.
There's a lot of speed around the table, though. Like, if you look across it,
real quick.
Scott is
just a lot going on.
Yes, Scott.
Yeah,
wait.
Ishanten, but yes, but the weights are a little clunky. Looking for that 2-5 Manzu. 4. Does that do anything?
Oh well, yeah. It upgrades you to Ishanten for Sananko. Yeah.
That is a way to look at it. Yep, that'd do it. I mean, it's kind of clunky though, because then you wait on 4-7 Manzu, and you already have 3 of them in your hand.
Well, it'd be on Tonsu if you ended up.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. You could.
Although the 9 Mon doesn't look all that much better, I suppose. But we'll see where that hand develops. It could very easily just become the Ryamen waiting on 2 Mon.
A lot of different angles. And while looking away, it looks like Michael all of a sudden getting a little bit put together. Some decent shapes, Peiko chance, but still needs a little bit more help finishing it out. Could potentially see a challenge.
And
Alon, I
still,
think, looking for that second Yaku high and still has not found it yet.
all right, Dora, the second Dora finally drawn by someone here. Andrew on the right gets it, completing the 3-4-5 mon shape.
Double 6-7. Oh, 5 round man upgrade. We take those.
No pawn from Alon to go Atazuke. That would have been Tempai.
Would have been Tempai, but would have been tough. You never know if that last honor or that last one you need to make the pair triple is going to be buried in the dead wall. Definitely a risk that you're going to have to take going down that route. Opts to play it safer. And interestingly enough, Andrew, backing up the hand, could potentially see a very safe, very defensive 7 pairs Tempai angle. I can see from this. Nope. Opts to take the guaranteed Tanyao to put agency in the hand. Gonna need help with that 2-3S though.
Now we have Tempai 3S 9-pin Shabo for Michael on the left. That is Richie Peiko.
4 to solve 2 for Andrew. Opts to drop the 7, take the safe tile. 4 Pinzu is going to be a hard sell out of the hand, but could potentially see it. Oh, Dora draw. I mean, if you're Alon, you gotta play fearless, right? Nope.
Well, I mean, there's other paths to Tempai here. You don't have to drop Dora mindlessly. Like, you can, dropping Hatsu, there's still plenty of ways to get to Tempai.
Yeah, there is. I guess there is just enough in the hand to get it. My thought is just that that's the easiest way out, and then.
Oh, but there's the 3S.
Oh yeah.
Comes out of the Nakabukure shape, deals into Richie Ipeiko, no Ura, so just 2,600. That is enough to keep Michael above Alon.
Difference a little bit. Michael got a little bit of help. Now it seems like anybody's game. No one's more than a Mongon away.
That everybody could take first in this South 4. If you're Andrew, though, the worst you can do is third with like a huge sumo from somebody.
Yeah, and again, this far up and you're just kind of playing for pride, I think we're going to see a very passive hand. Just try to end the game out. Not give anybody the crazy 4 Yakumon hand.
Look at Scott's hand on the right. It's starting with an Anko of P.
Really trying.
1-1-2-2-3-3, so. 2 of the Dora 6-mon.
I don't. There's so many routes to that hand, and all of them are such crazy value.
This is a hand where I run out of time in row 1 because I have no idea what I want to do.
There's so many directions. Oh, hold up, double Anko there. Oh wow, already
Tempai 7-so.
No Yaku though.
Yeah. Probably wants to make this a Honitsu.
I'd imagine. Yeah. Makes sense.
Pone the 6-pin, 9-pin Tonki.
Ooh, and Andrew opting to play a little bit aggressive. Play the hand. Pawn.
This is Tempai. Which Tempai do you take?
Reach it's a reach on the 7, isn't it? Oh no, opts for the Shabo. Hold up.
Because you can win on Dora now, right? So this is Richie, Ipeiko, Dora 2.
Down.
A sumo on the 6-mon would be Hanuman. There's the chase.
Oh, yep. Opt for the value. Got the reach stick to help out. Alon sensing the danger. Backs off.
And that's a Richie Nolmi from Michael.
Hey, 1 big Ura hit is all it takes, though.
Well, the extra Richie stick makes it to where Michael will get above 30k.
Yeah. That is nice. That definitely helps out.
Sumo. 6-mon sumo! It's Hanuman minimum, Richie sumo, Ipeiko, Dora 3!
Absolute villains. Doesn't matter!
It's a Hanuman sumo! That brings Andrew under 30k.
From behind, Scott getting up there. Oh, with the big Ura displacement. Hold up. Now we at, what is that, 75? That's a big jump. That's the type of thing Scott needs. And all of a sudden, Alon and Michael both negative now. Both under promotion range. You have to stay positive in order to promote to the next one. This is disastrous.
Yeah, it actually brings Brett into the 16th spot, but Brett being negative wouldn't be able to promote from there.
Everybody
and we are now
fighting
seeing
on
that
in margin, yeah. So now it looks like everything is up to game 2 in this. Again, I believe this group still has 3 more games afterwards, so there's still time to come back, but that is not the start you want for your first out of the final 4.
Well, unless
That
you're
is a
Scott.
tough position. Unless you're Scott. Scott's like, "Hey, give me the money, 3 more of those. We in there. We got it."
Absolute insanity. That was a wild, wild Hanchan. Perhaps the
Oh yeah.
closest I've come to swearing on stream, which I'm not sure is allowed or not. Someone ask Edwin for me.
someone call the ref. Get him in here.
But look at this. Oh my good. Alon starting with an Anko of the Tune.
That's crazy. I mean,
What?
here's the problem. Even with that Onko, not a whole lot going on. You got the Dora too, but it's clumsy.
I do wonder if the pair of pay was in hand when that first North was dropped.
Maybe. I mean, I'd assume not. It's a little weird too, because ditching that 3-5-7 to start the game
Well,
seems a little ambitious. But again, hey, if you're gonna push for value, if you're gonna play big and long, might as well do it East 1.
to be fair, it was only 3-5 to start. The 7 Mon was the second draw, so did
That's
not start
true.
in
But I
hand.
mean, here's the thing with those clunky honors though, and you already got the full Onko. I actually not. At that point, you're expecting to draw Sozu as much as the other stuff. I respect it. You
Yeah,
got the
well,
North
and
to call
Dora,
to help you out.
the 7-pin Dora really makes things more complicated. But look at
Yeah.
Scott's hand on the left. Scott just getting all sorts of Mad Hat hands over here. That Sozu shape is bonkers.
Yeah, it looks like 5-8 to fully complete it. Almost getting on the Tempai. Whoa.
Yeah, this is Ishanten for Scott. A very wacky Ishanten. 4
That-
Mon
yeah.
is your path to Pinfu.
Formon for the Pintu. Is that not San? No, that's Sanshoku possibility too.
Not
If you
anymore.
hit 3-pin. Nope, yep, not with that ditch.
Well,
Maybe
might be taking
potentially going to
Chinitsu.
Shinizu. Yeah. Can't
Again-
blame him with that. Or just trying to play more Dora. Maybe trying to incorporate double 5 so 7's drawn. Doesn't have to ditch the 4. You play a little bit slower. But while they're doing that, Alon building up that Honitsu. Passes on the second North, but drawing more Sozu by the row.
I'm gonna come
Getting
in
very
before Alon ends up Dora Tonki. Suji trap door. Oh, but gets the 7-pin!
Oh,
There it is! Now you just drop the West and you're Ishanten. You can pawn whatever you
Ishanten.
want.
Here's the problem though. You have to hit the 7 or the 5, and then you're waiting on the other one. North is super dead.
This is true. North is gone. This is
It's such an interesting hand. I mean, I think if you draw 6 or 8 Sozu, you just keep it. But opts to kill the 7.
yeah.
Oh,
I would have.
No, that's so tough. I think you got to keep the 7. Hope you draw 6, 8 so, and then just commit to killing the North. They're
Yeah,
safe.
drop
You don't
pay,
care about
pay.
getting them out of your hand. You worst comes to worst, you Shabo on 5S 7P.
Hey, I want to let you know. I 100% agree with you on that.
Hey, there it'll come. Give it
And look-
time.
But look
Nope.
across the table.
That's
We're flirting with
real
Rion Peiko,
scary.
flirting with
There's
Suanko.
a lot there. Ooh,
Ah,
6 slows it down. I can't
less
imagine
fun.
the Tempai will get taken.
Eat.
Could take it.
Yeah, it
Does
takes
opt
it.
to waiting on the 2-5. Peiko chance. No Dora in. So little scary, but
If there's one person at the table who doesn't need to chase any of the really whack
any of the
hands,
crazy-
it is
it's
Andrew.
Yep. Oh, hold up. Solution. Hey, there we go. There it is. Gets the big pull up. Gets the 1S.
We have
Oh,
the
but it gets
chase!
Fancy Root. Hold up. Hold
Three
up.
pin,
More
four
so-
pin.
Oh, yep. 3,
Oh,
4.
another Richie!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Not gonna deal in.
1-6 Shaba. Oh, that's lethal. That's crazy.
So 1-0-6-0 Shabo on the left. That's Ricci.
Oh,
Nomi?
no, it's the Akko. South comes out every time, right? No, South's unchecked. It's scary. No, there's no way the one comes out. Okay, South comes.
Oh, but
pin
it's a 3-pin
after
Sumo.
all that.
Oh god.
There's too much.
I'm gonna be honest with you. No clue what the value of anybody's hands were really.
I mean, dealer was scary, and somehow the furthest out after all of that.
Well, no, it was Tempai after that last discard.
Did they get the?
Everybody at the
jeez.
table was Tempai.
All for the 3P Tanya Sumo will end it
Boom.
all. as they say. What's going on? It looks like a lot slower, more methodical hands from the whole table.
Slower, more methodical hands, you say, which like Michael's hand isn't right in front of you.
I mean, listen, you've got some work. The Mansu's a little clunky. You got completed shapes, but you also got some work to be put in. You got to hit the 7S in order to incorporate the Dora. Try to pair it up. Whoa, close con happened. I missed that.
West
South
West
comes
is
out, but
the
West
new
is
Dora.
dead. Yeah, but West is pretty not looking too good. A one-shot tile at best for those who decide to be
Ooh.
brave enough to wait. Ooh, hits a 4-5-6.
Another
5 for
5
the
pin. Toss 8-9
pair.
so. Ooh, tossing 2-4 so. Oh,
So
8's
opts
Dora. What am I
2-4.
talking about?
Yeah, it's Dora. Try to keep it in, especially when you're a little bit behind. Not too shabby. And Alon with a very interesting hand, looking for those whites that are hand locked. Uh-oh, that could spell disaster. 9S, one to be seen. The other one probably going to keep stuck in Scott's hand. And oh, the perfect draw for Michael. Gets that 7S, so all of a sudden that Dora not clunky anymore.
Fantastic Ishanten here.
Could see a chimney way or just the 3-mon. Either are very valid options.
Wait. What's a chimney weight?
It is where you have a pair. It's like a Shabo with a completed meld on the side of it. So it's the 1-1 and then the 6-6-6-7-8. And it gets you
Ontonsu.
the Shabo. Yeah, the Shabo.
Okay.
Oh, Ontonsu. Oh, is that the Jap? I always forget the Japanese name for the way.
Ontonsu. Yeah, you said chimney,
Okay.
and I was like, whoa, this sounds
I'm used-
super fancy.
That's how I learned it, because the Japanese one was like one syllable too many.
Reach
Also
it.
interesting,
There it
Alon
is.
opting to drop the 8. Oh, and gets the reach, gets the 1-mon fill-in. So just going to be waiting on 1-4S. Problem is all the 4s are out. No 1S is dropped. Definitely looking a little scary on the table right now.
Yeah. Ricci Dora 1, but Alon has a hand on the left worth pushing. But
That's true. But not hitting the good villains. East is discarded, not picked up. So maybe opting to play a little bit back. I'm not too sure what Alon's angle. Maybe just taking the Honitsu.
Oh, okay. The
Okay,
pair
so the
was
East
after the
was-
second cut, so
So the East, unfortunately, not going to see fruition. And with those whites hand locked across the table with Andrew, and Andrew, I can't see a world where they're discarded. Definitely going to be very, very rough for Alon to get this hand together. One of those unfortunate scenarios where you have all the right things in front of you and you just cannot get the pieces you need.
it'll be
Plus-
interesting if a 6-mon or 9-mon or 8-mon for that matter, or 5-pin. Let me just say all the tiles. If anything gets
No.
Scott to Tempai, I feel like Scott chases, but there's the 4 so.
The 4 comes out. So many discarded.
3
Going. Can't be that right.
Oh! For Michael!
Oh, villains! Villains! The 5S comes up. Oh, that's so big in the dealer position. I mean, listen, you're Andrew. You're not liking that hit, but it doesn't exactly do too much to you. I mean, you're promoting no matter what. Definitely hurts because I think you're wanting to end B3 at the top.
It doesn't really
But-
matter your position. It's just like style points.
That's what I'm saying. But I think if you're Andrew, you want to take those style points. You want to say, yeah, I'm top dog in the B3. What are we at? 40-ish people, I want to say. 36
Michael-
people for B3.
I do want to point out, for no particular reason, that Michael passed the 4-so pawn and now the 2-so pawn, so no Ryuso dreams, no all green for Michael.
I mean, listen, I get it. You're a dealer. You want to play safe. You want to, get as much value, get that comfortable, positive lead. But also, Ryuso's super cool. So, bit of a trade off there. I guess with a green dead and an 8 already out. Opting to maybe just take the Chinitsu, maybe even just play a standard hand. Who knows? Now, here's the interesting thing. You're Michael, and you hit 1-4-mon. Just like that, do you take the reach? Ooh, opting for the Dama on 1-4. Or is that 1-4?
Yeah, it's just 1-4.
No, just 1-4.
There it is.
Dum.
Comes out, Meteor on. Get some more points. Catch him off guard.
Genfui Peiko.
Ombo with it. Not too
And
bad.
takes it from the closest competitor, Alon. So A lot of
That's what you
value in
want to
that hit
do.
there.
That's the money right there. That's the way to play it. Alon all of a sudden falling back, especially with his direct competitor Michael getting higher and higher up. It is spelling disaster. Alon's gonna have to get a heck of a hand very, very quick.
I
If
always get excited when I see North Dora because I'm like, ah, double Dora, we can key to that,
double
and
door.
our
Oh
hand
yeah.
explodes in value. But that's not the case here. This
What?
is a classic Sanshoku Doko hand for Michael. If you are a purveyor of Ricci Book One, if Dustin's in the chat, I
Ooh.
feel like he's probably already said it. Oh, Red Zone said it for us. Thank you.
Oh geez, Setsuko Doku already?
Well, yeah, whenever you have two pairs of a terminal and one of the other terminal, you start calling, envisioning the other terminal coming into hand. Michael ditching the one pin
Oh,
obviously does not
Ricci
believe.
Book
Also,
One. Never read it. Sorry. Books are for
Flow Book
nerds.
One, not Ricci Book One.
Oh, okay, okay. We got the big book. Still doesn't want it. Opting to take the weirdness. Got the Anko of the sevens now. I mean, I can't see too much out of it. You're not getting those east paired up. The north, you like. Wait, hold on. Only one north to see. That could be
Yeah,
interesting.
the East is across the table in Scott's hand currently.
Here's the problem, though. If you're Michael here, I can't imagine you dip on the east before somebody else does. So I think the only person who has a chance of doing it is Andrew. But the longer that stays in Andrew's hand, the more dangerous and the less Andrew's going to want to drop it. Andrew also looking to play at Shanta Sanshoku here, it looks like.
Well, Junchan
Or
Sanshoku.
Junchan. Or, could
Yeah,
see.
it's all
I
according to
mean,
how you
could
get
be
there.
looking to pair it up. The problem is you're still looking for the 9 and there's only one left. Yeah, you're still looking for that 9 there's only one left, and then you still have to try to find a terminal past that, and they're all looking pretty scarce. So I think the Chanta is path of least resistance out. Maybe even just trying to play a Pinfu, but
Scott
East and South
Tenpai on
are
four
kind of
month.
doing it.
East
Inside
only.
forward, not a great weight, but
Ooh.
something.
Alon ditching what was Ishanten is no longer takes a step back in Shanten, ditching the Hatsu there, I think.
Scott opting to wait on 3-5, maybe potentially looking to upgrade to Toy Toy.
Alon rewarded for dropping the Hatsu immediately gets the weight upgrade, drawing into that Nobitan 3-4-5-6 shape with the 4-pin. There's the 5-1.
Oh, we two of those. Not too much, but not too little either. 240. Enough points to start to matter. Try to bring Michael down a little bit to get another first. If you're Scott, that's pretty much your goal for these next 3 games, including this one. Just get first every time to try to get to that positive promotion range.
We do see Andrew calling the Haku early, dropping the twice cut tune, just taking the quick call and go hand. Can incorporate the Dora 5-so with that 6-so in hand.
Yeah, I'd imagine there's not too many routes though. If the 4-5 and the 2-3 fill in very quick, where Andrew decides to slow the hand just to make sure Dora is incorporated, I think it's just the quick 1K, in and out, reshuffle the hand, try to go again.
Scott could once again call the East, has a pair in hand. Alon has a pair of the Shah, so could call that, as that is the Seat Wind. There's Dora for Scott on the right.
Dora with it. Shape's a little clunky, but can play standard out of it. Gonna need the East before I see any crazy calls out, I'd imagine, if I'm Scott, but something to look into. Oh, hold on. That's a big one. I'd imagine you got to ditch now. It's got to be 9S, right? You're trying to Shabo on East and something at the end. Whoa. Interesting. Officer dropped to 8.
Yeah, 6 blocks either way. Well, now you're not double waiting on the 7, I suppose. If you drop 9.
Yeah, but now I think it's harder to fill in. I think the thing is if you hit the 7, then you can still wait on 4 and then another 7. And I
Right.
mean, no matter what, you're ending the hand in Shabo. It's just this. You don't have to hit the East and then go into a Shabo.
Home.
And then I'd imagine probably 8.
Ooh. Dropping the Rionmen.
2, 3. Very interesting.
And there's the Dora for Andrew. Gonna drop a shape now. Drops the 3-5 pin.
Decides to kill 3-5.
And there's Tempai for Scott, the 8-pin 9-so Shabo, as you said. That is a Suji
Yep.
trap.
Shuji, Dora 1 in hand. Problem is, no 8s to see the light of day, and if Alon draws an 8, going to incorporate it almost definitely. Can't see a world where it's dropped. Could even potentially see Michael incorporate the 8-pin too.
Michael's switching a little bit towards Tanyao here.
Andrew
hand already
much
kinda
open
looked
for
that
dropping
way,
the
but-
5. Yeah. Andrew unfortunately drawing that 4-pin. So just committing to dropping the 5 just a hair too early.
Home.
Looks like Alon's gonna speed up the hand, take the easy Yakuai. Go from there, just try to complete the hand, get some value from it. Scott still waiting in Tempai. No other 8-pins to see the light of day. Those 9s all tied up though.
Andrew approaching Honitsu here. Oh, there's an 8-pin! It doesn't come out.
Decides to get incorporated. Could see it drop later, but could be a hard sell, especially with a Tanya. If a 7 comes out, another one could lock it in. Oh, that 3 opts to kill 2. Very interesting discard. Not seeing in Michael's eyes with that one, but there's definitely a plan there. North coming out. Nobody really hitting draws right now. Could opt to switch the 6 Monzu to a Ramen. Doesn't take. Maybe a call from
Still
Michael.
wants Toy Toy. Toy Toy Dora 2. Or
Yeah,
3
but
with the
it's
Shah.
getting late in the hand. You gotta start trying to pull something together. At least trying to push a Tempai, I'd imagine.
Alright, you could... Well, you'd have to drop Dora if you cheat that one.
Yeah.
Not quite Tempai for Michael on the left. Everybody getting close. Alright, no Tempai for Alon.
One, still one chance to call. No.
Gee,
Oh, wait, if 6 is dropped.
Oh, good
Boom.
call that for the Tempai.
Yep.
Drop the
Gets
8
the
mon.
Tempai. Okay, okay.
Tempai's everywhere now. We went from no one Tempai to everyone Tempai, just like that. Oh, this could be a Tempai, but you have to drop the
Go.
9, so which steals it.
Oh!
No!
No! Oh, I don't
The whole take.
No! Oh! Andrew deals it. Andrew's first place for B3 slipping away. Scott stock is up too. Slowly, yet surely approaching Michael.
Scott with 2 dealerships left too. This is his
Oh,
first one.
I didn't even notice. Yeah, Scott's in North Seat, so a lot of time to get some value back and a actually good position to chase.
A fantastic hand, and
Oh
but
yeah,
it's gonna be
perfect for dealer. Super quick, low in value, but fast. So
it's gonna be so hard to race Michael and Andrew here, though. Andrew already
3 health. Oh, could be looking at Sanshoku here too. That'd help the value a little bit. 2 comes up. Oh, so close to ready. Michael Ishanten just a step away, looking for that pair and that 5-6 fill-in.
Oh, I felt like the 6-0 really helped Andrew, but Andrew doesn't keep it. I would have thought a 4-0 discard, perhaps, to give you the perfect Ishanten.
That
Boom.
would make sense for me. Doesn't take it, and
But now you're only Ishanten if the Haku is your pair. Scott gets the Chunpon, is taking the headless.
yeah, gonna need to figure that out later, but not the worst in the world. Oh, and here come the options. 6-9 Tempai, little dangerous.
Tone Dora 1.
It's Dora 1, but Dealership ends. That's very, very big for Michael. Ending dealership of the table across, or of the direct competitor across, super huge. I'd imagine, yep, keep him with the 6-9 mon. Still a lot of them to be seen too. 2 6-mons unavailable to our eyes. All other
Oh
nines,
no,
and
that's
that
a deal
could be
in.
it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're
Scott still
hoping
has a
not
dealership, though.
ready. Yeah, still a dealership, but also deal into the one person you did not want to. Even though it's only 2K, that's an effective 4K gap on first. Definitely anybody else on the table you're hoping throws into that instead of you.
Moving into the south round, though, Alon here has a lot of ground to make up. Although if you're Alon, you don't have to make it all up at once. You just need to get above 0 effectively, and you're pretty close to 30K here. So any positive result would benefit you.
Any positive, there is a problem though. Here's the thing: if Michael gets super far into first again, Michael and Alon are effectively fighting for spots 16 and 17 pretty together. And even if they're both positive, only one of them can promote unless they start getting into the plus 20 plus that range. They effectively have about a 40-point difference until somebody else can go in. So even if Alon starts to get positive and can just scratch out positivity, that's not going to necessarily mean promotion if Michael does really well.
Right. I had to double check for a second there to make sure. Yeah, only 16 people can promote, even if 17 people are positive. So that is the situation there. Been getting a little confused with those. A lot going on.
Yeah,
Possible 7, 8, 9 Sanshoku for Michael on the right now. Holding on to that Doratumon pretty obstinately.
Yeah, I'm thinking it through. I mean, could potentially Tonki on it off the end. You have the 3-6 Shabo, which you're probably going to wait on, but who knows? You could also pair up the two and start working towards like a Chi Toy.
Which
A
is
lot of
what
different
Andrew
options.
has.
Whoa, that is true. Looking pretty good too.
And
Only
that
one more hit.
hand...
Ooh.
Probably hold on.
Poor
Well,
thing.
immediately toss it back. Yeah, that's fine.
Obstacle, get it out of your hand. Safe
Yeah.
now, why not?
And Andrew in the rough situation where that hand can't be anything other than Chi Toy. I guess you could call for Toy Toy Honitsu maybe, but Chi Toy. There you go. There's your Tenpai. Yeah.
On the white, dirty, once cut too.
Yeah, that's classic Chi Toy weight. But we're gonna have the chase here. This is gonna be a 3-so Kanchan. That is reaching Omi.
Bit of a hard sell, 1-3-so to see, but also no whites on the board yet. Some time to upgrade.
The Haku looking one tile better in the wall currently. That's Tenpai on the right for Michael. Are we gonna see a chase?
Oh
no!
Oh, scared. Offset back off.
Oh, and there's the Haku. A great decision. If Michael had called Reach, he would have felt in.
Senses the danger to opts to keep it. Great eyes. How long though? Could see a dance with death. Could potentially decide that that Haku looks a lot better than some of the other options in hand. There's no way 3S comes out here, right? From Alon. Yep, 3S sticking in. Looking to incorporate 3-6.
Oh, there's another 3!
Oh, that's the Ipeco, though.
That's Tenpai.
Reach on 3-6. Oh, but you're Furry 10. Oh, no. I'd imagine you got to drop it and just go. Wait, do you drop 4-5? Oh, Opsa take the reach. Force everybody off.
All right.
Trying to scare the table a little bit.
Well, how can you force people off when 2 people are on Reachy? You're not forcing anybody out with 2 Reaches on the table.
You might, you know. I'll have to get in with it. Oh, and that 6 earlier proving to be fatal.
This saves Michael though, because now Alon is making everything safe. Yeah.
Yeah. And Michael, but only person not in Tenpai. Giving away 3K for charity. It's not big, but again, too many more of those will start to add up.
We are now in Reachy, so we have 3 Reachies and 1 Honda, so 3,300 points on the table. So Michael, of course, taking that as a cue to go fast, and that's a double non, so that's not even cheap.
That is worth value right there.
And that's such a quick Ish on 10.
Ooh, but Alon too has his East able to call. Could potentially see some fill-ins for the Sozu too. A 3S hit would be huge here. Speed of the hand would skyrocket in that case. No East to be seen as well. Only person looking like they can work it in is Michael.
Scott is holding on to the pin. There's Tempai on the right. 3-pin. Wait for Michael.
Tempai just on the 3. But uh-oh, they're all held. There's no way a 3-pin comes out.
I wouldn't say no way.
Mm,
Scott's hand, if you want to go 3-4-5 Sanshoku at some point, you're probably going to have to drop one of your 3s.
That's true.
Seems unlikely at the moment since that is your pair, but is certainly possible.
The 7 to get rid of 2 to try to declunk the hand a little bit.
With such an early Tempai, I would have considered as Michael keeping that 8-pin and tossing away the 1-2 pin shape, because that 5, 6, 7, 8 Nobaton
3-sided, yeah, very nice.
Well, not even just for 3-sided. It's just such a good Ishanten. There's so many ways for you to get to Tempai there.
To get it and to have Ramens at least to end off of instead of a hard committal to a single tile, which in this case is completely tied. Oh, and the East comes up. I gotta imagine the call's coming out here. Yep, probably 6-7 out, I'd imagine.
Probably gonna want to toss something from that overlapping shape. Yep, chooses the 6-7.
Ooh, Michael there, not opting to change up the weight. Still very adamant about that 3P.
Andrew getting weight upgrades, tossing away the unnecessary Kanchan. That is a very good Ishanten. Could get Sanshoku Pinfu Tanya out at this point. Oh, but there's the 3-pin!
Oh, and it does
Another
come
pair.
out.
Another pair came in the hand, so the 3-pin became unnecessary.
Oh, and Michael stock is up. Looking very, very nice. Entering second dealership at 54. Oh, and the Aku
of the Dora Hatsu! It's Dora!
Villains! Is there no sanctity to this game anymore? Is everybody just trying to rob everybody? What is going on? You're the dealer!
Jeez.
That's 12K
right?
in hand!
Yeah, This is...
Okay.
I don't understand what's going on at this
Okay,
table.
hear me out. You hit 4P, maybe even 6P. Probably drop this out, right?
Right.
Then you hit the other one. Oh, with that 9-2. At what point when you commit, do you commit to Onitsu, A, and B, if the other green comes out, somebody opts to ditch it to just get it out of their hand early, do you take the con on it to try to upgrade to the Hanemon or the Baimon with the Honitsu?
If I'm anybody at the table other than Michael, I probably do take the con. But Michael, you've already got the value. You don't need more value for rank points. And you don't want to give anybody else a reason to fight you. Like, we're about to find out, though.
Could even take the pawn. Whoa!
For it.
Whoa! And East just got out of Scott's hand. Lots of regret there. Could have had the pair of it. Played a nice little cheat toy, but all of a sudden,
so much
very,
sadness.
very scary hand. This could even be Chanta. So what are we at right now? We're at 4. We're at Mongon minimum. Chanta is a Hanemon option.
Well, incredibly unlikely, though, with the 5-so being your pair currently.
I mean, there's ways to get around it. You got some time. Everybody is scared of you as the dealer. Nobody is going to want to play into that. But yeah, looking a little tough. Could, with that 3P too, it looks like Honitsu is off the table. So close yet so far. Maybe with 2 East dead too.
Nobody seems concerned at all about Michael. We see so drop, Ricci. Everyone's like, Michael's fine. Michael doesn't
Everyone's like, hey, you can't have that and run me off this early. You get one or the other.
Alon's Ricci is Ricci Pinfu.
5-8. Yep, 5-8. So Tanya or not Tanya.
Who's another 5?
5. I mean, jeez, yeah, 1-2 looks like
on.
makes sense. 3,
So
I believe, was checked, so a little bit
still
easier.
4 tiles left in the wall for Alon. So it's not this weight is nowhere near dead. We're halfway through the wall, half of them are gone. Makes sense.
I'd imagine 2 comes out here. No, Ops to kill the 9, I guess with the 7s to help out. Doesn't think the Shabo's coming out, or it was a 7-8 round then.
Well, you and also if you have 5-7-7-9, there's a world where you get to Tempai and you're forced to drop a 5-so.
That's a good point, actually. I mean, you could always back off, I think. There's options to it.
Back off at this table.
I mean, you can back
We've
off
actually seen a
little bit.
lot of really great defense. A lot of awesome
There's
defense has been played
lot of-
here.
Oh yeah, a lot of players have been very, very good about
Sumo.
sensing
Oh,
that
there's the
in
8-so.
danger. Oh, and the sumo.
There's 2 shots at Ura, and gets none of
We
it.
missed those. Alon with a big chance for a swing comeback, doesn't quite hit, but Michael cut off there, very big. Michael was looking at a shoo-in promotion almost out of that. That would have been what, plus 40, plus 50 range? If that Mongom would have come out from a first this game, I think.
Yeah, around plus 50 because you have plus 30 with a possible plus 20 Uma. So
Yeah.
plus 50 on the big end, high 40s if it's only the plus 15 Uma, according to how Scott does. Scott still above 30k, even with that sumo. And now this is Andrew's chance to make up some ground. Although, again, Andrew doesn't really need to make up ground as far as promotion goes.
Yeah, Andrew kind of, I think, just playing a lot for pride, playing to try to get top of the ranks at B3. I think if you're a couple more down, you got a lot less stake. But again, real cool to say you're top of the league at 36. Especially
Chitoy
with some
Ishan 10
solid
for
players.
Alon.
Whoa, very, very quick. No time wasted there. No Dora or any other points in the hand, but
So
quick
might
Damo
just.
could be the ticket. I mean,
Well,
I'd
could
imagine
also
you
just
have
call
to
for
reach,
Toy
right?
Toy. You have an Anko of
Yeah.
3 Mon, and if the South comes out, you're Ishan 10 for Chitoy.
Or your Ishan 10 for the toy.
Not
Yeah.
Toy. I'm sorry. I said, yeah.
No,
I
you're
said,
good. I think that's, I think that's worth it. You're, as Alon, you need to play the higher value, and even a reach Ura 2 is
oh,
kind
there's
of
the South.
messy right now.
Home.
Does Alon see it? Does opt for it, and it's got to be 6-8 every time, right? Yep.
We do have a headless Ishan 10 on the right for Scott.
Yep, good groundmans for upgrades, but gonna need to do something about that pair. Could potentially go for the 3-sided Tonki if 3P is picked up. Not a terrible option. Could potentially look at ditching 6-7 in that case.
You don't want to chi this because you
Yeah, I
don't
could
have a
never see it.
Yaku. There it is! You pulled in the Dora! Best possible tile. Do you
Yeet.
take the Tonki or do you wait? Takes the Tonki!
Wow. A hard committal. Oh, but the
Suji
Suji! Oh, so many Manzu out. 7 is actually looks so safe.
The
Oh,
setup
it's
here it
another!
comes. Surely,
There's no
right?
way.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it
Ipatsu.
goes into a pod.
Riji Ipatsu Dora 1.
And
Dinner
we're
for
up
the Mongon.
Mongon.
Andrew just getting
Oh,
absolutely
huge for
bodied.
Michael.
And now Scott is only 14k away from Michael. A Mongon
With dealer
sumo
two.
puts Scott in
Ooh.
first. This
That
is
is
a bad
not
hand, though.
The hand you want to attempt that. Oh my god. Michael's got such good calls here too. 9-mon call, west for Yaku. The north even for a pickup. Dodges the first, but could take a second if dropped. Oh, 789 hit for Scott though. Build it up a little bit. Yep, west immediately comes
West.
out.
Still two Shanten.
Yeah, a little bit of work to go. 1-1-2. Andrew, not a lot to go off of here. Not
Everyone
a lot
has
going
work
on.
to do.
Oh, the 4 is not going to help, I imagine. Hatsu comes out. Doesn't. I guess keeping it
Yeah.
for a little bit of safety. Maybe a
Now
quick
the
pair
Hatsu
up.
will come out. Yeah, like
Yeah.
the problem. Scott wants this hand to be faster.
Whoa, Doris on choke. Another option for the hand. Nope.
Yeet.
I just. You're in first. You don't need too much. You're trying to secure. Gotta
Yeah.
respect it.
Michael's trying to get out as fast as possible before
yeah.
any more bonkers stuff happens.
Any more nonsense.
Like the 5-so though. Maybe drop 8 pin.
Yeah, I mean, I could see an argument for maybe a one peen, try to
Nah.
work towards like a Tanyao. It's still far, but
See,
it at least gives you options to open up and call and
Ishan
try
tank for
to
Michael.
fake some speed
Tempai on the left for Andrew. And see,
on the
this is where
6-9
Andrew
on the
is,
peen through.
right? Like,
Yeah, it's like, just end the game.
well,
No
but
more
also
nonsense.
one pin is an upgrade to Junchan.
That's a very good point. One to be seen as well. The 9 could potentially look at a Sanshoku.
That's one way to make this hand callable.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a tough spot because time is ticking down and you don't have a lot good to call. Opsa just kill the 8. I mean, it's such a tough spot because
This
it's such a clunky hand. There's so much yet so little going on with it.
the 6-0, unless Salon draws into that Nakabukure, the 5-6-6-7, it's gonna have to drop a 6-0 at some point.
Yeah, it at one point or another, unless it could hit
4 pairs
upgrade.
now for Scott.
I can't imagine.
And deals the 9.
Oh, yeah.
동,
You don't pass, right? Like, you're never gonna get a hand
If
that
you're
gets you
not
out of
gonna reach
last.
that, if you're not gonna reach that,
Then you
I
think
can't
you
imagine
pass?
you're fighting for that Tenpai.
Well, I
I
mean, if you
mean,
how many
if
one pins were left?
there was 3 left to not be seen, and there was realistically 1 left. But I mean, here's the thing: if you're Andrew, right? I think with that type of hand, no matter what you do, you're kind of just looking to reroll for maybe a Yakuman. And A, this is your last game of the day. So if you end it now, you can leave. And B, you're at the top of the league and you're already pretty much guaranteed to get fourth outside of some crazy Yakuman going down or
Yeah.
some insane direct Hanemon. So realistically, you're probably cutting your losses short,
Direct
going, I got
direct
2 more to
Hanuman
try to
isn't
get
even
it
enough.
out.
Even
Yeah,
direct
so
Hanuman on Olan isn't enough. You need direct Baimon. Baimon Sumo isn't enough. So you'd have to get direct
yeah,
Baimon. Might
so
as
I
well
think at
just
that point you're Andrew, you're like, I want to free up the rest of my night. I'll take this. If I get second in B3, I get second in B3. I'll take it and leave. And Alon slips even further down, minus 26.5, I believe now. Ugh.
hey, good math. I'm proud of you. Math
Michael,
that was
Michael
good
going
math.
up pretty good. I believe that's what, plus 21 something? Plus 22-ish for Michael right now. Plus 21, plus 22. So, all of a sudden, right next to Henry then, right?
Yeah, we'll be in 16th, but far ahead of the closest competitor. Over 30.
Oh, we got the update. Oh, Michael, neck and neck with Henry. That spells disaster for Alon and Brett. All of a
Well,
sudden, plus
Brett
0 is no
hasn't
longer
played
the.
any games yet.
That's true.
So
Brett is still but 2 behind. That spells disaster for me. My, I was hoping to just get positive to stay and promote in V3. Now I got to try to aim for over plus 20. Woo. Tensions are high for these next 2 I got to play.
well, if you go plus or minus 0, you're probably fine.
I go plus or minus, but these last Armel has been nothing but unkind to me in my recent games. There has been, woo. I've been getting sumo bled till I got nothing left to give.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of want you to get 2/3 because I would just love to see the 6-6-6-6.
Oh, jeez, that's a little curse. But honestly, with the way, I mean, that's what I got last session. I got 2/3. I was 6-6-2-6, and I mean, hey, 2/3. I'm probably still fine.
Right. You can also get
I'll take
positive
that.
thirds.
Yeah,
But
I could go positive third.
that aside, this was a very good round for Michael. Alon dropped quite a bit. Scott actually, that
Got
was
some
still
room
a
to
good
grow.
result. That second was perfectly fine for Scott.
Minus 63, so still a lot of room. And I mean, here's the thing, right? Michael is still in your next game. So if you're Scott and you target Michael a bit and Alon doesn't get too out of hand, you can still reasonably get 2 first and try to get into that 16th spot. Because if you get those 2 first and Michael starts going negative, you could realistically kind of edge out over Michael in the +5, the late below +10 range, I'd imagine. I think that's kind of your goal. Push Michael down about 15 points and you just go for +70. like 2 plus 30s, 2 plus 35s.
And was getting the kind of hands to make that possible. It does look
Definitely
like.
making a good argument for it.
Let's see. I'm trying to look at who we are going to switch to
I
now.
believe we're on B2 games. I believe, yeah. So it looks like we're gonna be switching to some B2 games. We're in the middle of this one, but I believe this is game 2 of 4 for
And we
this group.
have
I believe they're playing 4.
a Ricci across the way.
Yeah, I believe we're looking at Julian, Jonathan, Tommy, and Robert. I'd assume ours Robert. No, wait, never mind. I'm dumb.
No,
That's not what I meant.
JSDF is Jonathan, so we're behind Jonathan.
Okay.
Across the table is Robert. That's where the Ricci is, waiting on the 9-mon 9-pin.
Wow,
The
and
South
not coming
Chitoy
out
is
for
on the
a ton
right
of
from
time.
Tommy.
And we got a Shabo of 3P7S. Gonna be a hard sell, especially around the Dora. No Yaku, actually, now that I look at it.
This is K10. Are you willing to push the 1-mon here?
No, offs to back
X6
off.
by.
Doesn't like it. No calls
Now,
there.
are we going to
Still scared.
see the South in? Surely not, right? You've got safe tiles. You don't need to toss the South.
Oh yeah, no, you're that far away. No shot.
All right, and we got Tommy, our new dealer, in first, in all last. There's also 2,600 points on the table, which is most important on the right of dealer for Robert to get above 30K. That very much reduces the amount you need. If you assume you get the 26, that would put you at 27.2. So you only need a 2,800 point hand or more.
Not too bad.
But I mean, you're going to be
Definitely very
racing.
doable, but
I mean,
yeah,
Jonathan's hand is so freaking fast. Like this is cheating.
it really, wow, yeah, the 3-sided too. All
Yeet.
routes lead to Pimfu at the end of the day too. Not too many points, but
There's
enough.
the Ricci.
Oh, and the 3-sided. There you go.
258. But the 258, a lot of them are gone already. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in hands and 1 in the discard. So there's only 5 tiles left in the wall for Jonathan.
They're looking pretty tanky too. It's looking like I can't see these getting ditched too quick from the other players.
That 4-mon might help Tommy keep both of the 5-mon.
Yeah, and then look at that, the E-Peiko, so that's 2 8s out as well. All of a sudden,
This
this
is
kind of falling apart.
Chitoy Ishanten for Tommy on the right.
Oh, for Tommy. Oh, wow. Even, yeah, look at that.
That's one way.
No good Chitoy final weights, though. And you still have some dangerous odds. You could probably pretty reasonably get rid of 6. 5 is Sujipai. Oh, but opts to just kill 3S. Ends up sticking. And now the white for the Chitoy could help out. Still got to do one scary drop to get there, though.
Well, I think it's probably abandoned the Chitoy. Like once you see that 3-so pairs drop, you're probably just going to Batalry, just lose everything.
That's true. I mean, you're up ahead right now. You're worst. Ooh, that second 3, that's scary. I can't imagine that gets dropped. I'd imagine it's got to be like 1 pin.
So Tommy just needs to be. No, the 3-mon!
No, 3 across the table.
E-Peiko Nomi.
Oh, there goes Jonathan.
Robert in such an awkward position. Doesn't get above 30K with that.
So close, but unfortunately going to take that 5 Uma hit. Not the biggest thing, but
that first though, absolutely huge for Tommy, because that gets Tommy into the positives, which is what Tommy needs to promote. So the promotion line here in B2 is a little bit different. So in B3, you both have to be positive and be top 16, which there's a fight for both of those. Like we could easily see more than 16 people positive in B3, and therefore there's a true cut. or we could see not enough people be positive. It could go either way at this point. In B2, that's not the case. In B2, everybody positive is going to promote unless something absolutely absurd happens.
Yeah, with 3 people right now in the negatives, and if I'm reading correctly, I believe there should be 13 promotion slots. I believe that's
Yes.
accurate. So it's gonna take a lot. Especially, oh yeah, Ryan's already played all 24 too. Same with Brian. So I really can't imagine that it's anything except you have to go positive in order to
But that
promote right now.
so that makes things really interesting. That well, Robert obviously getting plus 302 games would be kind of absurd.
That would be insane. I mean, what is it? I think you can hit a max 4 Yakuman. You can stack Yakumans in our
Well, you
rule
can
set,
also
right?
be dealer infinitely, right? Like with no
I
Agariame.
mean, yeah, you could be dealer infinitely.
You are
But
dealer until everyone else quits, and
so
then there's
plus
Sumagiri
800
bots.
Alba.
Yeah.
I'd imagine before then you gotta miss like once, right? Even just missing Tenpai once.
Have you ever seen the people who try to like who could go into Tenho against the Sumagiri bots and just try to rack up as many Honda as possible? I mean, people do get like over 100 or up
That's
to 100.
crazy.
I don't know the max Honda Tenho allows, but I have seen people like show screenshots of massive
5 hour
Honda.
10-0 game just cause might as well. Do a little bit of 10-0 Subagiri bot farming.
This next game is going to start in about 4 minutes, 3 minutes now. So why don't we take a very quick break, let everybody
Get
refresh
some
themselves a little bit.
water, take a break, get up, do a stretch, and we will be right back with some more action on the B2 table, I believe. All right, back into it. Back with that game that we switched just after the first second, giving you game 3 out of 4 for the B2 table 5.
As we said before, the person with the most at stake here, definitely Tommy. Both Jonathan and Julian pretty safe. Robert, pretty unsafe, unfortunately.
Yeah, it would take an absolute disaster for Jonathan to lose it here, especially with only 2 more games to play. Definitely feeling very, very comfortable. Same story with Julian. Tommy, though, really teetering on water's edge.
Oh,
Oh,
this
whoa,
is
and
game
hold
4
on.
we
Big
hear.
update we just got from the casting room. We got game 4 apparently. So 3 out of 4 are played already.
Yeah, and if anybody's curious what the casting room looks like, we do force Nathaniel to record from a closet.
Yeah, we actually we're thinking about downgrading for next season because we thought a closet was a little bit too much space. So we're looking into cupboards for the next time, and that keeps it really compact, really tight, to really get ingrained and envision the optimal casting experience. We give him some crackers in there. We make sure he's got snacks.
And actually, the casting booth has just reneged on what they said before, and that it's actually game 3. So we might downgrade from cupboard to just like underneath the
Well,
kitchen sink.
well, yeah, something there. Well, we might give him a little bit more breathing room. I was thinking about getting 2 bookshelves and leaving like the corner open, and we'll just put him in there.
Or you could do like when you're traveling with pets and poke holes in the box. But here we go. We are in East 1. Julian is our first dealer, has an Anko of the Hatsu right off the bat.
Ooh.
And the other shapes
But
are bad.
yeah, I
Other
was
than the
about to say
556
not
pin.
a lot going on. Doesn't even got Dora, so not a whole lot of value in the hand. Definitely, if I am Julian right now, I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I should just back off if any pressure is put to somebody else.
I'd also be very willing to cheat though. If 7 So or 3 Mon comes out from Tommy on the left.
Oh, I think you're cheating basically anything. I think you're calling your 9s even, to be honest, just getting something. And that's going to be temp buy on 8-5, looks like. Yeah,
On the
8-5.
right.
E-Peiko chance on the 8.
Eat.
Tanyao either way.
And now
To immediately follow the reach. Sumagiri, okay.
the classic chase the dealer.
Oh,
What? Sue waits one turn, calls Ricci, gets Ricci and pops the Pico, we Pico, Tanya, Dora 2.
Mitsura, but the Hanemon is done.
That was dirty.
I don't get what about Armel. I don't know what checkmark they do to say only villainous draws and Epod Sumos, but I swear, every time tonight, just absolutely heinous Epod Sumos. We've seen what, 3 tonight? That can't be normal, right? That's gotta be above average.
That was Epot's wrong.
That was, I mean, yeah, not Sumo, but still, Epot's run right after the reach. Dama to turn just to Sumo Giri. Ugh. You're nothing but upset about that if you're Julian. That is not how you want to start game 3. Even with nothing to lose.
Chitoi Ishanten on the right for Robert. That hand can still become normal though. Actually, toss the 3-So back. Oh, a hard push for Itsu across the table for Tommy. Calls the 1-2-3-So, tosses the 7-So.
So I can't, I never see the 7 getting dropped. I'd imagine you've got to kill like 1 Peen or even like 6 Mon, just something. I don't know why you at least don't incorporate like a Chinitsu or a Honitsu play off of that if you're gonna hard commit. Especially with the other shapes are so bad. It just seems weird to commit to the Itsu and then not give yourself like more open routes that way,
By keeping the reason you toss the 7 going for Itsu is because you don't want to be halted by slide calling. Oh, Ricci on the left from Julian.
Go the east. Looking at 1-3 or 1-4, excuse me. 1-1 already dead, but looks like 3-4 to be seen.
Ricci Tondora 1. We also have Tenpai on the right, 1-So 4-So for Robert. And it's not even thinking about it, just tossing tiles as soon as they come into hand.
Oh, that 3 could spell danger. Nope. Opting to kill some more Pinzu.
Well, Pinzu looked pretty okay.
No.
Yeah. The cheap one though.
The cheap one,
yeah. 1.
You're okay. Throw 2K. Not the worst thing in the world. You do gotta be real careful if you're Tommy though. You gotta avoid fourth at all costs. That would be insane with 13 promotion slots if somehow only 8 people promote.
I mean,
That would
less
be
than
one
that.
heck of a
7
sword.
people, theoretically, 7 people could be all that promotes if Jacob, Tommy, and Chris all go
If
negative.
yeah, that's
We're
true.
certainly
I mean,
we're
Jacob's got
gonna
a little
hope.
bit of a buffer.
Yeah,
I'm hoping
Home.
for best case scenario.
we're hoping for 13 promotions here. That's what we're cheering for.
Mm-hmm.
Each.
And
Whoa!
turn 3, Ricci from Julian,
with
5
a
mon, 6
terrible
pin.
Shabo, but that early with no information to go off of, who knows?
Yeah, I still don't call it.
Yeah, I think you gotta look for a Pinfu upgrade there that early. Like, just something.
That's also just the kind of person I am.
I mean, but here's the thing:
Wait.
5-6 is just so ugly. Like, there's so many tiles get you the Pinfu upgrade. Like, even
Oh,
it's not even a good Shabo. You know what I mean? It's not even like you got a terminal as one of them and the other one's ugly. It's they're both right on the inside. Super
Tommy is like
incorporable.
full Zensu. What's the word? Is that the word? Is it Zensu? Zuppo?
I'm not too sure.
Zucker
Zeppo?
Zuckerberging into Zensu? Yeah, full Zensu. Just like, early Ricci, I don't care what you have. I'm gonna push whatever. Meanwhile, Robert has been building an absolute monster. Is Ishan 10 for Tanya Aldora 2, possibly Peiko?
Yeah, definitely.
There we go.
Whoa,
Oh, that's not Tenpai.
Hold up.
Could
Not
get Sananko,
Tenpai, but
though.
very interesting draw.
God, what do you
Could
do,
even
though?
opt to just open. I mean, I think it depends what you get first, to be honest. I think you might Dama the 4 or 5S. I think that's
But you'd have to drop
reasonable
Dora.
enough. Oh, Dora is 6. Yeah. Ugh.
But is there
maybe
Kabe?
maybe you drop the 7 because it's Suji Pai or it's Suji
Oh,
versus the
there's
Reach.
there's full Kabe on the Dora though. Like it could obviously be Dora Tanki, but you could see every single 5-so and every single 7-so. So the only
That's a
possible
good
Dora way
point.
is Dora Tanki.
So you could dip on the Dora, your dealer.
And with East
but incorporating
Hatsu-
the dealers, incorporating that Dora is real nice.
Oh, but Tommy with the full
Oh,
Zensu.
6 is checked. 6 is checked. Hold on.
Now you do it.
Oh,
That's
you
Sananko
gotta
confirmed.
drop the 6. Oh, in the reach.
Sananko,
5-8.
Tanya. No, what?
That's crazy. That's got to be a misread, right? That's got to be.
That has to be a misread. Maybe just didn't see the 6-so dropped by
Yeah.
Tommy.
I'd imagine that 8's not coming out. I gotta imagine it's 1 mon, yep.
Oh.
And Tenpai on 5-8. 5-8 peen.
Would have been Suanko Sumo right there. 6
no,
mon, 4 mon, 6 mon. Yeah. Yeah, drop
Would've been-
6-so, draw 6
Oh,
mon, drop 7
No,
mon.
but you're reaching there every time.
Why,
I
but
don't
why?
think
But
you're
you
doing
don't. But you
the
don't need to
Suanko.
Ricci. You've got San
That's a good
Anko,
point, actually,
Tanya.
yeah.
Like your dealer.
You got the manga and the Ricci doesn't get. That's a good point. That's gotta hurt. Yeah. No, you're right. That's a miss, Suanko.
Home.
That's such a weird edge case. I've never seen that before.
Jonathan with the quick Haku Pon.
Oh, with a
Has
hand
3
like that,
completed
100%.
shapes and
Throw
nothing
it at
else.
the wall. Throw it at the wall, though. If you got all Manzu, you got so much time. Just throw it at the wall. Something.
I'd probably still discard West before the Chun, even though Chun's once cut.
You definitely. I think you throw. I mean, West is once cut too.
Oh yeah, it is.
So I think you definitely throw the West first. I agree with that completely.
2 Dora in Robert's hand here.
Very interesting.
Ishan 10. Kind of a funky Ishan 10.
I mean, you hit 4P, you hit 7P, and even 3P, and then it's not too bad.
Well, yeah, 3-pin, 4-pin, 5-pin, 6-pin, 7-pin, 1-so, all 10.
5 pins a little rough though. Oh, unless you do that.
This is the
Yeah,
roughest
but,
possible tip. No, Ricci Tanki on the east.
Reach on the east.
Yeah. No, every day of the week, I'm calling Ricci on 5-pin here, waiting on the east because this is what you're dealer. You've got 3 Dora. You have to Ricci.
Oh no, but yeah,
This
but
is much better.
Yeah.
Well,
See,
this is
patient wins.
2-3-6,
Patient wins
right?
up.
2-3-6.
Oh, it is 2-3-6. Yeah, good look, good eyes. Yeah, that's you gotta do that. That's such a good shape.
I still bet East
Not
wins
just a
though.
singular yarn, man.
And
Yeah,
there's a
but I
chase
mean,
on
with the
Tonsu.
Yakuhai and the other, part, it's a little ugly, and that's gonna be 696.
Yep, 6 mon, 6 pin, 9 pin for clarification. There's the East.
Yeah.
There's the deal in. Just so you know, the East Honky would have won first.
It might not have getting dropped.
It absolutely could.
Sumo.
But there's no way Jonathan doesn't drop
No,
the East. There's the Sumo,
if
though.
East was unchecked, there's a decent shot, I think. But Sumo comes out. Not too much. Could have been definitely a much bigger hit. Doesn't come out though. Now we got Tommy, man of the hour.
홈,
And once again, a quick Haku pawn, this time from Julian.
B2, not too afraid to play the Yakuhai. Just take the points. B3, we're seeing a lot of hesitation, but now it just seems like you get it, throw it.
Julian needs quite a bit, though.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Julian's fine in the overall standings. Needs quite a bit to get out of last, but...
Yeah, not too worried about it. But I mean, hey, a fourth here, especially if you like recklessly deal in and everybody else is above third, so you eat more Uma too, you're all of a sudden one more game like that could spell some disaster. Actually, nah, you'd have to get 2 -50s. There's no way. Even with 2 terrible games, you're probably still above positive. Yeah, very odd scenario.
Ishanten now for Julian for that hand.
Has some interesting feelings.
4, 5, 6 Sanshoko shaping up for Tommy here as dealer.
Working on it. Ooh, and could see a committal with that 8 mon drop.
Jonathan's hand still looks awful.
Yeah, they're working on it. They gotta work on it for about 4 more draws, best case scenario, but you never know.
2 so 5 so Tenpai for Julian. For Haku Nomi.
Oh, 4, 5, 6. That's not.
Yeah, tossing the 7s. Yeah, this is perfect.
Oh yeah, with the 17 pair. Yeah, good point. Good point.
Riichi. This is Riichi Nomi. 4 so 7 so.
4, 7. Very
8 safe.
close. Yeah, you gotta throw the 8 there every time.
9 pin Suji.
Yeah.
And Jonathan's just gonna fold this out. Jonathan, pretty good defensive player we've seen him before.
Yeah, there's not a lot of agency in this too. If you're Jonathan, like you got nothing going on. I think you're 4 away. Oh, and the 2. Yeah.
Genbutsu to the Riichi, deal into 1K, whatevs.
Not the scary one. Yeah, you're fine with that. It's your first dealership, so you still got a lot of time to make up the difference if you're really gunning for that first.
My God. Julian, look at this high pie.
Whoa.
Gets another pair up. We've got the Chun, 2 of the the South, and then Shapes, which is all you really need. Could even go Toy at this point if you get the 5 pin somehow.
홈,
There's the pay pawn.
It's a very fast hand from everybody else. I gotta imagine probably 5 pin. There's a drop here.
2 Shanten still for Tommy.
No, pops to kill 3S. Doesn't need it if it comes up.
This makes Ishan 10 for Robert across the table.
Hold up. Ops to immediately commit to the 6, trying to fill in.
There's Tenpai for Robert, 3 mon, 6 mon. That is Shaw Dora 1.
Oh, that's gotta be a reach. Yep, on the South too.
돈,
And it's Ipatsu!
Yep, immediate.
Riichi,
Yep.
Ipatsu, Chun, Nan.
Yep.
No Ura, so just a
Doesn't
Mongon.
matter. I mean, you would have had to hit Ura 2 or more to get Hanemon, so.
And that makes that drastically changes the look of this table. We now have everybody within 6K.
Now everybody pretty reset.
So we're playing a
Tommy all of a
Tompu
sudden in
now.
front. Yep.
9 mon is Dora. The only one we see in hands are, well, there's 2 across the way in Robert's hand.
Yep, and the pair. Whoa, with the Anko of 7 too, and even the 8 to play an Ipeko angle. Could potentially see that 7 dropped. If another 8 is drawn.
And Julian actually already Ishanten as dealer here. If you're able to pull in the 7 Mon, that would be Pinfu. Could upgrade that 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4 in the pin to an Apeko if you get it before the Ricci inevitably gets called. But then we also have Tommy on the left with a pretty fast hand.
Yep, still a little bit to build, but not too far off.
It's Ishanten.
Whoa, and hold up, big 8 draw. All of a sudden, is that another Ishanten on the table? Weights aren't looking quite as good as everybody else on the table, but still something to do. He's coming out. All of a sudden, Julian.
Riemann upgrade.
Definitely going to take that every time. Could possibly see an Ipeko with the 4 Mon too. Get some more points off top.
Makes Pinfu a little bit easier to grab.
7 coming out. I mean,
Yeet.
Robert had such a quick, aggressive hand and just hasn't really hit any upgrades or anything too big. Looking like a
Ricci, possible Tanyao for Tommy. 369. No. Forso. Jesus. I thought
Yeah,
that was a
just
Son
Forso.
Minchan, but it's just Forso. So just Ricci Tanyao.
it's gonna
Tommy.
Oh, could sense some danger. Does. Opts to kill the 3. Finds much more safety in that. Very good eyes. I'd imagine not seeing the red out. Looks like Julian gonna hold on to that.
Yeah, Julian
with the
folding
other
out.
Players. Yeah. Another 3 comes up, has a safe tile in the back, knows the 1S is totally fine. 7 comes up. Uh-oh.
Ishanten now for Robert, who will push, it seems.
Oh, and that 4 earlier, little damaging 5. Just
There's
knock us
Tenpai.
GG.
リーチ
Ditch 8mon. Yep.
Ops
This
to reach-
is
Yeah, with Dora too. You gotta respect
Ricci,
it against the
Ipeko,
reach.
Dora 2 for Robert.
I mean,
and
3
there's-
doesn't even look that terrible, to be honest.
Now, it does turn out they're all gone. But
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't look terrible. Look at it with all the 5 pin you can see.
No, yeah, it's sufficiently walled enough. There's definitely arguments if you don't have it incorporated in your hand well that it's pretty safe. It's not totally walled off at all, but it's definitely not looking too bad. Could we see the 5S? Nope. Opts to play back. Just dish the hand. Yeah. So Julian gonna sacrifice second dealership, try to win the game, or just at least increase standing in the latter half of South round.
That brings Robert above 30K with the Tenpai payments there, and we see 2 of the Dora Haku right. Nope, Dora Chun in Julian's hand.
Oh, little scary. There's a lot of points on the table too. That's going to be 2,600 off the bat plus whatever you could make your hand value.
5 pin Pwn.
Pwn.
If you're gonna go Toy Toy, this is it.
Whoa,
Yes,
yep.
the hardest 2 Pwn tile comes out first, and since you
Yep.
have the South, go for it. It's gonna be Toy Toy Non pretty quickly. Well, it's Chitoy Ishanten, but the
I mean,
Wonso South
I
and
totally
North.
agree with playing the
Pwn.
flexible call angle
There you are.
if you're Jonathan here. If you're a dealer, you always want to take something that can give you a faster route, even if it's more
But
readable. But hold on, Tommy already ready
Tenpai.
on the 5-8, so could be better.
Oh
but
god,
still
this
not too
tune.
bad. Uh-oh, little dangerous. And as time
Oh,
goes,
there's Amon.
oh yeah,
Don't.
yeah,
Womp womp.
that'll do. Happens. Went to
Yeah,
the wrong person.
nothing you can do there. It is now Robert's dealership. Now this is where you feel the most tense as dealer sometimes. You're at 30,400. A sumo drops you beneath, like basically any sumo. No, any sumo for sure drops you underneath 30K.
Yep. As dealer, any sumer drops you under, and all of a sudden you're feeling a little bit of Uma loss there.
Has a
Not
pair of the
feeling
Chun,
too
though.
Good.
So might be able to
Chun
get
to
a
dig
quick
out, yeah.
hand. But
Has
you're
a chance to
also
incorporate the Dora, but not looking too good.
Jonathan
that
on the
note.
left has better shapes and the South. Actually, Ishanten after a South Pone.
Mm-hmm. And if you're Jonathan, yeah, you're probably taking it, trying to
There it
cement
is.
everybody's close enough.
That's gonna be Tempai waiting on 4-so,
Boom.
7-so.
Yep, opts to take. 4-7S, definitely not sensing any danger yet. All on Robert right now to try to
Gee.
sense out. The quickest way to build this hand, try to get that Shun called.
I mean, there's still
Recoup this
5,
dealership.
4-so, and 7-so in the wall. That 7-so is useful to Robert. It's not gonna come out.
Robert opting to
Go.
keep
Oh,
the 1, 2, 4,
Tommy will
5.
deal
Yeah.
with it.
Immediately comes in, not expecting it right off the bat, and all of a sudden, South 4.
Yeah, Tommy was trying to finagle some way to open that hand with a 2 Dora, but just ends up dealing it instead. Tommy
I mean,
is
honestly,
our
if you're
final dealer.
Tommy, that's probably what you want. Deal into the quick 1K hand. You're up by 6K right now. You have final dealership, so all the agency is on to you. And I mean, you definitely want that first to edge as far away as you can from the plus minus line. I mean, you're in a good spot if you're Tommy right now.
Yeah, the only way for you to the only way for you to come in worse than second would be Yakuman Sumo. So
Yeah, as long as you just play back, play super defensive, you are doing just fine. And you can go into this last game without too much worry.
this
about
is an
going
intriguing
negative.
hand, though, to try and play if you're Tommy. The pin shapes are a little funky. You've got the complete shape in the so.
Yeah,
Got a
you've
lot
got a
of
lot going
conchons.
on, but you got a lot more to go.
Probably the most interesting hand at the table is Jonathan across the way. Has one of the Dora 3-pin. Has a chance at either 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4 Sanshoku.
A lot of options still to play. Could potentially pick up an E-Peiko with the 6, abandon the Sanshoku as well. Another option, maybe just play with a Pinfu if like 1 pin and then 4S is hit or something like that. That would break the Sanshoku anyway.
4 pairs for Robert on the left, but draws into a 6, 7, 8 shape.
Yeah, I mean, what is Chitoy? That seems like a hard sell to get you past post, especially with no Dora. I gotta imagine you're looking to do something else with your hand.
Jonathan Ishanten for a Tanyao. There's your 5th pair. There's your Chitoy. The advantage to Chitoy here would just be that you can Dama it, and if someone calls Ricci, you can kind of evade while still maintaining Tempai.
Yeah, but it's not enough to get you first, and I think that's kind of your goal right now.
Yeah,
You would
well, I
have
mean,
to reach it, I would think, in order to try to get it, and then the problem is you either have to hit dealer direct or sumo, which
yeah,
Chitoy, that's not exactly the position you want to be in, I'd think.
this is one of those positions where, I mean, if you're Robert, like, you need 190 points
Whoa.
to get out of
Yeah.
demotion. Like, everything's gonna be awkward.
Double 7, 8 thrown out for Tommy. I guess
Jonathan
that's
actually
just
Chitoy Ishanten
safe
as well.
play, right?
Yeah, I think so. Tommy's
Tommy's
going to
playing
abandon Tempai here.
ultra safe, yeah, throw the Tempai if
Gee.
it gets that far. Maybe
Well,
trying to bluff the hand a little bit, try to show that Tommy's playing and doing a bit close, try to get people to back off. I guess fake that they have another chance to play another hand when in reality it's not. Could be a potential push for Itsu, but I
Yeet.
mean, I'd imagine at this point there's almost no way.
1 pin, 4 pin. Wait, this is Ricci Pinfu, Ipeiko, Dora 1, Tanyao on the 4 pin. So a sumo
Gee.
would give Jonathan first place.
Going to be tough though.
Oh, there's going to be the 4 pin.
Don't.
It's gonna have to be a Ura,
Jonathan
right?
takes it, yeah. Well, that's going to put Jonathan above 30k and at least in second. No Ura.
No Ura, but close
Needed
enough.
3 Ura actually to take first.
Did into 3.
Yeah, one
Oh,
one
yeah,
Ura
yeah,
would have
yeah.
been 36-3, so it would have been 100 points below Tommy.
Ugh, yeah.
But as it is.
And you're still doing pretty good, and you're not too upset with Tommy doing that. But Tommy, all of a
Oh,
sudden,
wait.
looking pretty nice. Plus
4,000
40.
more points would have put Jonathan in first. I'm sorry. The Ricci stick confused me. I didn't count the Ricci stick.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I completely missed that too. But either way, I mean, if you're Jonathan, you don't really care about the first like that hard. You just want to, you know, stay in positive range, stay up.
Korak points out that the chi prevents the Apatsumo, but to make sure that the chi was well before the Ricci, right? Like the
Yeah, I think
chi quote huge air quotes prevented the Apatsumo, but it's not like the chi was to break Apatsu. That's just how the wall broke out, and I think that's something we
mm,
shouldn't really pay attention to.
no,
Personally,
yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that. I think it was more. I literally think that the whole reason for doing that was to try to push the rest of the table to end the game. I
yeah.
think Tommy wanted to either get people to back off so he could throw Tenpai, or try to get people to sacrifice value so he could better keep his first.
And that
That
is
that
an
makes sense to me.
and that is an absolutely spectacular first for Tommy now. Like
Oh
you
yeah,
can
you're feeling
take
really comfy. You gotta what? You gotta end negative in a game, I think, to hit
no,
that
no,
minus
no, no.
40.
You can get more than -40 without being negative because of the -15 UMA. 5K.
Okay.
As long as you are above 5K with someone else below. Someone
Yeah,
else below 30K.
so then you're all set. So you're feeling pretty good. You're not feeling too bad at all.
So with -20 UMA, your goal is anything above 10,000. So as long as you have 5 digits in your score, you want 10,400, I suppose.
Yeah, it would take some really
10,000.
crazy Stumo bleeding, I would
10,600?
imagine, to make Tommy feel bad.
All right,
Something
10,600
like
is the
that.
limit for
Yeah.
Tommy. There we go. Math on stream, everyone's favorite.
Not too bad. I mean, if you're playing safe, going down roughly 20 points is pretty hard in a game. Like if you're really just focusing on not dealing in and you get a hand or two, you're almost guaranteed to get above that. Minus some crazy circumstance like Yakuman Sumo when you're a dealer.
And as Korak points out, in the B3 match, Alon got a huge first. Not necessarily that huge points wise, but huge meaning wise, because it was just enough to bring them above positive, above 0. So Alon now in that 16th spot. Michael, with a pretty big last, falls into the
Oh wow,
negatives.
they flipped again. That's
So,
crazy.
so Alon and Michael started out at 20 Hanchan. Alon was at 5.2. Michael was at -5.2. They've basically reverted back to the start. And so now they're going
What,
head to
just
head
a
in the final
little flip?
Hanchan.
That is crazy. I think we might be going to the fourth game of B2, but that game's definitely something to be looked at. We might end up switching
I
back
I
to the
would
table too,
I want
because
to
I'm
switch
gonna
back
be
to that
honest.
table.
Yeah,
There's
we
much
might.
less at stake here. Like I want to
Yeah,
go see
there's
that
not too
one.
much, especially with that first and Tommy Secure. That's huge. Direct competition. I think we are going to be going back to there. We thought they were only going to be playing 2 games today, but they're going to stick it out for the all 4. Tensions are high, roller coasters up and down.
So
I
since we
believe the
have
game is going to start in a minute or two, but are we
about
taking a
2 or
quick
3
break?
minutes, do a quick break, let everyone refresh their beverages, go to the loo, come back and be ready
Water,
for more
all that
Mahjong.
good stuff.
No
Yeah.
water. No water allowed. If you get a drink, it must not be water. That is my only requirement.
Anything else. You can do tea, you can hydrate, you can make it very not hydrate. No water. Got to be something fun.
See y'all in a couple minutes.
So it looks
Welcome
like we're
back,
getting back
everybody.
in. We got the big one. High stakes, high tensions. We got the Alon,
Oh
the
my God.
Michael, the
Michael's
Scott, the
first dealer,
Andrew.
Alon's last dealer.
That sucks. Oh boy.
Who would
That's
you rather be?
that's okay. So here's the thing. I would much rather be last dealer as Alon just because personally for me, North seat is my lucky seat. That's the seat I do the best in. Just in general, I notoriously get destroyed when I'm East one. But I think in this, in a typical sense, I'm actually more towards Michael. Because the thing is, I hate being South 4 and you have to get points back up because
Wait,
everybody else is going to be trying to race you out. If you're Andrew, you're just going to try to end it right away. If you're Michael and you're up, you're just going to try to end it as quick as possible, sacrifice all value, and play race strong. So if you're Alon and you need to catch up a little bit, if you start falling behind, South 4 is not when you want your second dealer to be.
especially with Noah Gariyame. But at the start here,
Mhm.
Michael with a very strong hand. Got to get rid of some terminals and honors, but the shapes in the suits very welcome to improvements, especially that Dora three pin.
There is a lot to improve there. And luckily for Michael, not too much else going on in the table. It looks like Andrew has got some very good shapes, already 2 completed melds and some very good upgrades to hit. But, or never mind, that's actually Ishan 10. So Andrew is looking right around the corner, ready to hit that reach with a terminal as well. Could
Andrew
potentially
not.
even hit a Junchan too with a 1
That's
mon
true.
upgrade.
Andrew, interestingly enough, not really a part of this game.
Pump.
Is obviously here sitting at the table, but Scott does have something to fight for. We see
It's like
this call
just
for
close
Tom
enough
Dora
to get a
1.
tape, but very, very far. But
We've
yeah,
and we've seen plus 80 games before, so if Scott can lay it on thick, Scott's not out of this. You just have a very specific win condition.
mm-hmm. Yep, the 1 comes out. So looking Ishan 10 for Michael, probably looking for an Epeko upgrade for Adama here, I would imagine, with the double Dora.
Eat.
And a Ranman to end it off on. Gonna be looking
Don
for 4
Shoku!
inside on the Sanchoke. Uh-oh, and hit on the 3-4, 2-5.
This is
Safe
what was
against 1
happening.
reach.
This is what was happening earlier. Like, all right, so 3 pin for the Tone Dora 1 for Scott across the table. On the left, Sanshoku Dora 1 for Alon. In front of us, Michael the dealer, Ricci, Pinfu, Dora 2, Tuso 5-so. All worthy hands here. There's 2 3 pins still
And
in the
here's
wall.
the thing, Andrew is still only 1 draw off.
That's
Very
true.
close to 10 by 2. Could potentially see a push as well. Oh, the 6 comes out, but in reach, can't do it. Andrew gonna drop the 9. Oh, and
he's
the
a
5
5-so!
comes out! That's gonna go to
Right.
dealer, that's big.
And that is
And
the
that's
direct
Alon!
switch.
That's Alon to Michael!
It
Oh, they're
is!
flipped already!
Michael
Oh,
already
this
at
is
first,
not what you wanna
already
be
in
with
last.
Alon. This is what I was saying. Now Alon's gonna have to play catch up, and that could be detrimental in when one of your deals is at the end of the game. If you are not ahead or you are not close, if other people don't have to play for value, it's disastrous. That is the worst spot to be on the table.
It's still only East 1, so you don't want to get in your own head
But
and
God,
play
that hit
poorly.
hurt. But that
It
hit
does.
hurts to the one person you can't give it to, too.
And then Michael here with 2 of the Dora Chun right off the bat. Only the 3-4 pin shape is kind of worth anything in his hand. The 6 mon, 8 mon could be helpful,
Yeah,
but
not a lot. But I mean, hey, you're a dealer, you have that big hit up. Honestly, if you want to build a little bit of Homba, take it fast or just play it slow. Either or, I think is totally fine. And
I'm
you
really
got all the time in
curious.
the world to hit some upgrades because nobody else has a whole lot going on right now.
As soon as an opportunity for an Atazuke call comes out, I'm really curious to see whether Michael takes it.
It seems a little tough. I mean, I'm of the perspective that with a hand like this, where you're totally reliant on one call, when you're the dealer, it's a little bit less of a hard sell, but especially if you're not, it's just you're nailing yourself to a coffin
I mean,
if you immediately take it.
I don't know. You have all the Dora. What coffin are you going to get buried in? Like, no one else's hand's gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, but I I don't know. It always, for me, it just always opens up. Well, then there's the 2 in the dead wall. There's the 2 in someone else's hand, and they're just gonna shabo, or they're gonna use it as a pair. Like, it's definitely less dangerous, but I'm set in my ways, especially with like I don't know. It's a hard sell for me.
I'm not one for Atazuke. I'm not really a fan of the situation either. This is a situation where I feel like there's a lot
You
of
feel solid in it.
good defense for it. And
Yeah,
everyone else
it
around the
just sucks with
table
the
is still
6-8
struggling.
too. Yeah, that's the other thing. Everybody's hands very slow.
Here's the first chance. The 3 so oh, Michael's thinking takes it.
Oh,
Oh, it's flexing. Could have done 3-4-5, ditch the 1-2. You could fake people out, make it look like you're going for Tanyao, but instead keeps the better 4-5 so shape. Cheese the 1-2-3 so. Now everybody knows that something weird's going on.
Yeah, I think that is not what you want to be doing if you're Michael. I think the other way, I think taking it slow, looking for the 6-8 call, and then holding it again, is the way to go. Try to fake people off of the dragon, off the tune. Because now everybody's looking wide and surprised when they get a tune.
Oh, there it
Like,
is.
yeah, if you're Alon, there's no way. Alon needs to play for value anyway. Alon's never dropping the door. There's no shot. I think
Not
there's
first,
0
anyway.
worlds.
I don't know. If you get 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku, you have enough value without the Dora. You don't need it.
That's true, but still kind of far. The hand's getting further and
Pin
further
by
in. Oh,
Scott!
yeah.
Richie Pinfui Peiko waiting 6 pin, 9 pin, but
Oh,
it was
not
already
looking great,
gone.
though. Not looking great at all. But still 1-9. Or, yep, still 1-9. Still 1-6. Unseen to us. Oh. 6 comes out. I imagine the 1. I mean,
Michael doesn't have anything to fold with. Like, but also, there's a 9 pin. Probably not going to come out, though.
Danger sensed. Yep. Absolutely. Adds up.
There we go. The Forso cleared as, well, not cleared, but the Forso Nakasuji. Oh, and then
She comes out. Hard commit. Hard commit.
The tune, the only way to win here for Michael, but there's still 1 left in the wall.
I think Scott has to draw the tune. Scott or Michael. I think it's a true 50-50 if it's not in the dead.
Where are the
I
other?
can't imagine that Andrew and Alon toss it. Alon's definitely not. Andrew, I guess, might, but it's a hard sell. 8 coming out.
And there's still a couple 6 pin and 9 pin left.
I think it's 1-1 still. Or no, wait, 9. Nope, 9's completely
There's the
dead
last
in the
one.
hand. There's the last 6.
Do
It's
you
the big
tip
one.
by?
Yeah. Going for 10 by trace the value. But no Ura hit, so just 2K. With your Michael not caring too much, that 40K is plenty. Even as a second place, that 40K, if you get down to about 35 in second, I think that's still enough to go positive.
Well, as long as the person in first isn't Alon.
That's true. But Alon is going through the races right now. Alon is clawing up the mountain. Down -13.
Andrew, our new dealer, has a complete shape in Sozu, has a couple Rionmen. Outside of that, the hand needs a lot of work. Could end up, I don't know, the best way to value would be pull in the Dora 8 pin, maybe get a 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9 Sanshoku, but all of those are really far off.
Yeah,
Scott with possibly the quickest hand here with a pair of the Ton.
Pair of the Ton, but not too much after. Just a bunch of awkward save. You have the 2 Rionmens for the Monzu, but I mean, even outside of that, it's still kind of ugly. You're still pretty far, and you need to call every single one. And like, you're not going to cheat that. You're always going to wait for the East to start off, try to like approach reach or do something else to try to up the value of the hand, I think. Especially when plus 80 essentially is your goal.
Boom.
East comes out. Yep. Easy take. Try and get there. Now's the decision to come out. Opts to Drop 2-3. Very interesting discard. Would have thought 2-4S was coming out immediately there. Build the options for Honitsu.
Or
Or the
even
likes,
one,
maybe even a Sancho. Yeah, just
or even
something.
one pin. Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard call to make. You just gotta choose something.
Yeah.
We'll see how this works out for Scott. Ooh, 6-pin, a great draw for Andrew.
That'll help it.
2 Shanten, no head.
Yep. Possible 5-sided with Dora
Oh my
acceptance.
god.
There's one.
Tossing the 8-9.
Opts to drop 8-9. Maybe looking for the 3-sided Tonki or just waiting on the 1-pin Tonki. Both valid options. One dead there. So looking a little bit more rough on the Tonki, but still possible.
Yeah, probably toss the 1-pin now. There it goes.
Yep.
Boom.
Ooh, Yakuai Pawn.
Dora 2.
Possible hardest Sanshoku to ever get to, but technically still possible. But we got a Tenpai on the 5-8 for Scott. No points in the hand, but don't necessarily need them.
Michael has no reason to force the Sanshoku with all the Dora in hand. 6-7. Oh, all right. Yeah, the 6, 7, 8, 9. A
There
good
it
way
is.
to get a
But-
pair.
Hold on, but the 8 deals in.
Boom.
There it is.
Oh, yep. And that'll do it. That's 1K out. Scott, a little bit higher. Still got a lot of work to do, but could be further out. Definitely still like a chance.
Oh yeah, just baby steps.
Baby steps. Still got both dealerships. This is going to be a big indicator. A huge push here.
You can
And all of a
accept the
sudden,
5-mon
Michael
Dora.
and Alon are coming in.
These are good shapes.
Very quick one. Not a bad start to your dealership
Yeah.
at all.
2 Shanten on
Alon,
turn
very
4 is hard to complain about.
Alon with a clunky hand too. Same thing for Michael, and Andrew not looking too good either. Nobody right now with much speed in the hand besides Scott.
I always get a little twisted up when we're casting games sometimes. Like,
Well, you have so much action, right? You have these hands where everybody's reaching at the same time. You got Tenpais trading. Everyone's making decisions. Every single draw is big and important. And then you got hands like this where everyone's like 3 away. You know?
these are the hands that I most wish that Mahjong had something similar to Bridge where everybody played with like the same walls or something. Because I'm desperately curious what this exact set of High Pie would look like if played by A1. Because so rarely when watching A1 Hanchan are you at turn 7 and the closest person is 2 Shanten or like a bad 1 Shanten. Like it happens,
Right.
of course, but it seems so
it's so
rare
far
because
and
people are
few
so
between.
fast. But like you don't know whether this is just a bad hand, like if everybody's got garbage.
Or
It-
someone's doming with something crazy, or there's something hidden with it, or something you're missing, you know? Or whether someone's teetering in Ishanten hell and is just looking for that one pickup to hit the reach. It's such an uncertain time, but really it's nobody's got anything, and we're the only people who know.
Another 7-so. Yeah, I like the 5-so drop there. You might, if you draw 4-mon or 7-mon,
Fair.
you end up with the Kantan waiting on 8-so, 9-so
Yeah, it's not too bad. Can't
with the
hate
Suji
that.
trap.
Very good
What-
eye for the discard.
Oh, you could also draw the third Dora 5-mon, drop 6-mon or drop 9-mon, and then win 4, 6, 7. So a lot of
Oh yeah, a lot of very good upgrades.
Boom.
Yeah, if you're Michael too, that's coffin territory for comeback hopes for everybody else, I think. If you're gonna go up to 50, that's right at the point where you're starting to cement your place.
you really don't want to draw the 9-so though. That'd be pretty awful. Because then you'd have either
Then you either drop the door. I mean, hey, if you're up like this and you drop Dora
well with a
and waiting
call
on 4 or 7.
on a call to your right. Like, so for us on the left, we see Andrew has pawned the 3-so. We can tell that this is a far off Toy Toy, but
Yeah,
do you
that's
really
a good
want to drop
point.
Dora
Yeah.
5-mon into that?
Yeah, especially with no other. I mean, it's
This is Tempai for Scott. Drop 8 pin
yeah.
or drop 4 so. Yeah, that works too. 2 so Tonki.
Tonki on the 2. Can't imagine we see a reach here unless we get a 4 sided reach one way or another, or not a 4-sided reach, excuse me,
Each.
a double Tonki.
Does take that
and
one, though.
just ops Sumagiri. I guess trying to get people scared off, particularly Andrew, who I assume Scott thinks is close. 3 coming
No
out.
incentives
Also
for
might
Scott to
be
fold
back up.
here for sure.
No, this is make or break.
Oh,
You
there's the
just
door
gotta-
up.
Oh, nothing comes here. I mean, it's
No,
gotta be a
push the
3
3-mon. Push the 3-mon.
It's
7
gotta be
mons
a
get
3-mon
Butsu. Oh, but it's not gonna go. Like 7 mons get Butsu. I think all the 7 mon were gone, but like you could definitely see a world where you drop 3 mon and you get the Hote. Like,
I mean, yeah, and just taking the Tempai too, big points. Like, while the 3 sucks to do, actually, 3 wasn't the safest thing in the world.
it super wasn't. No, 3-mon felt bad, but
And
you got
you
again.
want to just try to not deal in. That's a good point. I mean, you got a lot of value, but also if you're Michael and you give like 12K there, all of a sudden you're not, out of the waters yet. You need plus 10 minimum this game. Like as a baseline, dropping into second, especially if you're hovering back around 30K, that's not going to be enough.
We see here, Michael has the Haku. 3-so is Dora. We see 1 in hand to the right for Alon. There's the 3rd Hatsu for Andrew, though, on the left. An incredibly fast hand. Ishanten already. Just needs a pair, really.
Still building up. Michael with a bit of a killer here, too. Still needs a little
Oh.
bit of work, but not
I
looking
didn't-
bad.
I didn't even notice the Haku or Mochi Mochi. Alon's got the Haku, too.
Oh, that's a good point. That could spell disaster, especially if a 3S is drawn and it's Shabo on 6 white. Ugh. That would be no good.
Huh. 4 pin. A good draw for Alon. There's another 2-so.
3-sided. Whoa, could be
Oh. Okay.
double Shabo, Mochi Mochi possibly. For whites between Alon and Michael. Whoa, and hold up. Tempai Chitoy. Neither of the
Yeet.
weights are good, but plenty of options to upgrade. Whoa, and gonna take the reach. On the 4.
I definitely like 4-mon better than 4-pin. Just as far as what's been discarded so far. Not a lot of information overall,
I
though.
mean,
Both
yeah,
Alon and
I think-
Michael ditching Haku immediately.
no, yeah, they're like, I don't want it. My worst case scenario is dealing in, so I'm just gonna play chill.
But here's the thing for Scott. Scott just wants to go on a million repeats. If you scare everybody off row 1, if everybody starts folding right now, 3K is
Not the
better
worst
than your
thing in the world.
Cheetoy here. Right.
That's a good point. I mean, that early too in your dealer. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I didn't think about that. I mean, I also didn't expect everyone to be so hard scared off. But again, tension's high like this. It just looks like everybody is everybody's opting to
Ooh.
play the safer route.
That 9-pin, though.
Oh, metals
the
are
3-so
tested.
Suji, right? So
It's looking real
you're-
good.
Come.
you
I
could
will
call
say
retake.
once you
Don't
complete.
take-
Whoa!
That's not what I expected. Against the 3-so, 5-so
3-5
Shabo.
Shabo. Whoa!
And the 3-so's Dora, the 5-mon.
On the Dora. Ooh, and that's 1-4 out. Scott's chances just diminished by 33% with that.
Oh, man.
Okay, it's heating up. Full fold from Andrew.
God, we don't see
Michael
the
following
3-so.
suit.
The 3-so are the only tiles left in the wall for Alon, but we
There's
don't see
still
them anywhere.
3 fours
There's
too.
one.
Uh-oh, there's one. Danger sense though, but 3 is looking real nice. Much nicer than a lot of other things.
Well, 3's Dora, though.
Yeah, but 3 is Dora. That's a good point. Definitely a hard sell. Can't see that coming out. 4-mon, still everybody dodging.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
This could be big. Oh,
There's the first Formon
there's
to
no
come into
way.
hand.
There's no way.
There's 2
It's
more
so
left in the
unsafe.
wall.
That's crazy. Oh, they're buried.
They're totally buried.
Oh, high tip. Oh, last tile. Last tile. Nope.
There's 2 in the dead wall.
That's
2
crazy.
Scott's weights in the dead wall.
They're probably double. There was probably a 4-mon under that 4-mon. They were stacked up. That 5-mon Ura would have been crazy. And then familiar faces here. We got the 4-mon in the dead wall again for the Dora indicator. This time first up. And
Ooh.
Scott with a real quick hand. Look at that.
Tanyao Pinfu Sanchoku, how about?
That, in a perfect world, that exists. I don't
This is
know if this is a
Mahjong.
perfect
This is-
world, man.
Mahjong's obviously the most perfect world. That's the
That-
only thing that can possibly happen.
That's a hard set. I mean, hey, if there's any time for miracles, it would be now. This is the time, although that 7-mon gonna make it a little bit harder. Could
Quickie
potentially
Shanten.
see a Dama. I mean, could potentially see a Dama if like 1-mon comes up too. Try to upgrade with the 4-mon. 3, 4, 5. I gotta imagine you're probably dropping like 6 here, right? 6, 4,
Eh?
3. Whoa, not that one. No, wrong 6. Nope.
Eh?
I was thinking 6-pin.
6-pin or 3-pin. I would have liked either.
That's what I was thinking. I would not. Oh, and
Oh,
immediately
there's the
punished.
7. Punish!
Immediately punished. That Scott's not liking that one. That's a hit yourself type of moment. Oh, that could have been Sanchoke too with a 7P pickup. Oh, insult in the wound. Give him another. Oh, that one hurts.
But it's okay. Still Ishan 10. Could actually call this for
Yeah.
Atazuke Tenpai wearing
Boom.
1-mon 4-mon.
Oh, but
It
here's
does!
the problem. 4 is a hard sell right around the Dora, and 1 could spell Furitan disaster. Even if that 1-mon's dropped, it's not the end of the world. But if Scott draws the 1-mon, very, very bad things. Not a lot of upgrades too. The only one I can see is if 5-mon is dropped for double Dora. Can drop
You
a
could-
2-mon.
Yeah, you could cheat 5, 6, 7. You could also pawn 6-pin.
Pawn
And then
6.
go
Oh yeah, and
Tonki,
wait on
and
2,
then-
3.
If it,
There's not even
well,
one
and
2
well,
out. Actually, that could
Tonki
help.
is so much easier to improve. Is the thing like?
That's true. There's no world where that 4 comes out. Even as Andrew, yeah. There's no shot you drop that close to Dora. Ain't no
Well,
way.
it also that helps Andrew's shapes. That the 4 was an improvement.
Yeah. Andrew getting really close to Tenpai, teetering on the edge.
リーチ
Ishan 10 on the
There's Ricci for
Pinfu.
Michael.
Reach looking on
4-mon,
That's just
4-mon,
4-7?
7-mon. Yeah.
4-7-mon.
Ooh,
7 looks pretty
do you
cracked
toss
up.
3-mon here to get out of Atazuke?
For the 2-6 and call on everybody. Yeah, I like that a lot. You gotta play aggressive. I think that's the way to do it. The one just feels too risky, and the 4 being close to Dora and 1 in the wall. I totally like 2-6 better. 6 looking really nice against Michael too.
Well, I don't know if I'd say
Well,
really
not
nice.
real nice, but nice enough. Nice enough to where it's reasonable. You might see someone throw it.
I mean, I
You got the
wouldn't do
7,
it.
the 3, 5 is safe. No one 9s are out. Yeah,
Oh, the
it's
8-pin's been
it.
called. Okay, that's what makes it. There we go.
So-
That's what I was missing. Now the 9-pin's out.
and the
now the
9
6-pin
comes
looks a
out,
lot
so
better.
Yeah, so
But
complete.
This is
Suji on both
Tenpai
sides.
on the left for Andrew, waiting on 2-mon, 5-mon. So now we have 3 Tenpais. Oh, there's the 4!
Oh no!
There's no way to escape!
7-4.
7-mon deals in, 4-mon deals in, 2-mon deals in. You can't!
Two
You
mon
can't
deal
escape!
in, right?
You
No,
deal
it
in-
does.
2-mon deals
It
in on the
did. It
left!
deal into Andrew. Oh, disaster!
Ricci, Pinfu, Dora 1. Michael now at above 50,000! And the only person above 30K!
Oh my! It's looking like Michael stock is looking up. We're still in East 4 though. A lot of game to play, but Michael's not looking good. Okay, this is huge
And-
right here.
And as a fun note,
lot of-
Korak has pointed out in the chat, Tommy has clinched the B1 spot. Congratulations, Tommy. Got a positive
Congratulations,
second to stay
Tommy.
positive.
Hey,
So
there
fun.
it is.
That match started at about the same time this one did, didn't it?
Listen, there is everything to play in this one. That one was everyone was kind of settled. Tommy just had to not tank super hard. There's everything on the line here. Even Scott's not out of it. The person with the least amount of agency is Andrew, or the least amount of stock in this game is Andrew. And Andrew, if he really wants, can still try to push for plus 20 to end at the top of B3. That's
Yeah,
not off the table yet. I mean,
I imagine though, if you're Andrew, you just want to stay out of everyone else's way. Like,
oh nah, cause chaos. Why not? You're at the top of the league. Get a little wacky with it. Nine coming out. This is such a bad hand for Alon. I will say
Michael-
greeting a little bit, greeting those honors a little bit, maybe trying to push for the Honitsu, I kind of get, but that
Mi-
9 Mon pair and the 2P would have been real nice.
This is Tenpai for Michael, but not the Tenpai Michael wanted. Michael was setting up a 789 Sanshoku here, is going to go Dama, no Yaku, waiting on 8 Mon.
Dama, 8. I mean, you can sumo 8 Mon, you can kind of work towards an upgrades for a Sanchoke. If you get 6, you can Pinfu it. I think your big thing right now is you don't want to deal into Alon. I think that's number one. So even if a reach is available, I'd almost think Michael just wants to play back, in all honesty. I think that's best play on the table for them.
Chitoy Ishan 10 for Andrew across the way. That's actually Chitoy Tanyao, as a matter of fact. A little bit of extra value.
And Alon opting to just ditch 7-9 entirely, just look for the straight Pinfu. Or even a decent Shaba?
Kang.
Yeah, the
No.
6-0, the 6-0 is like, oh! Open con from Scott! Scott's like,
Open
I
con
need
on
points.
the 1.
Get Dora my way. 1 pin, the new Dora.
Ooh,
One's discarded, all the rest invisible.
Not a big help. Nobody really playing early Pinzu besides Andrew.
I'm also super excited to see what Scott's Yaku will be. Probably Toy Toy, I suppose. Maybe TD2?
I think Scott's Yaku is Tenpai at draw, if I'm gonna be real.
Scott's Yaku is... I want to win this. What is this? Is this 5-0, 8-0 weight for Michael?
5-8. And again, that Dama Pinfu working towards it. Not a lot of points, but you don't care. You just want to advance the game, especially get Alon off of draws.
3 tiles left in the
Yeet.
wall for Michael.
Whoa,
there's
the reach comes
Ricci!
out. It's got to be the 5, right?
On the Dora,
Oh,
no
no.
less. Ricci,
Reach.
Chitoy, Dora 2.
Looking for the 5 pin. It's a hard sell. There's Suji Pie for it, but it's tough.
Every single
wait,
one
3
is
in the
in the
wall.
wall.
Okay, 1 dot. Oh,
And there's an
that
8-0
one.
that deals into Michael across the way.
Danger sense. That reach actually hurting Michael, giving some danger to the other players on the board. Hold up. Oh,
Is this
fortune
isn't
favors the
Tenpai.
brave, Alon. You gotta throw it. You gotta throw it. It's not Tenpai yet. Oh, it backs off. Oh, doesn't like the East. You gotta play for the hand, Alon. You're a dealer. You gotta. Oh, I mean, Alon still would have needed a pair, but the thing is, like, you have such a better place to work for. Even if you tonky on it to get Tenpai at the end of the hand, I think that's your number one goal right now. You need,
There you go.
you gotta do
Ishan
it.
10 now. Yeah, it pushes
Oh,
the 6
you gotta
pin.
go
Boom.
the East.
No, this is fine. You can still go Dora Tonki. There's no reason to, like, and you can chi the 5 pin, right? Like, have Sanshoku
that was
still be
it.
able to win.
Wait, was that the Tenpai? That was
3-so, not
that
Tenpai,
wouldn't-
no.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not where it's at. There's 5 pin.
There's no way. There's no shot. It's got to be 4.
Oh my god! Scott feels it!
5 on the Suji flying. That's disastrous for Alon.
No Ura, so just a Mongon.
Oh, but that goes to Andrew. Scott's dreams falling apart.
Scott still has a dealership left, and so does Alon. Both of them
but
do.
They're not in good spots here. Not at all.
Michael, now dealer. We'll
All in.
find out.
Yeah. I like it, Scott. All in. Just Play for the Honitsu, play for the play for something nutty right now. The Toy Honitsu, get a big hand. Definitely take Michael out of second dealership right away. That's the only way to play it. I think regardless of what hand you have, if you're Scott or Alon, you need a hand quick. You need to make sure Michael ends this dealership now, and Michael is done with dealers for the end of the game. Get Michael
Ishan 10 for
playing in the
Alon.
passive seat.
Still Ishan 10 for Alon. That's not the tile that was needed.
It's not the pickup. Still that ugly double inside, but
I mean, meanwhile,
Okay,
like
good.
Alon's Ishan 10. Michael over. Oh wait, Alon abandoned Ishan
it's
10.
South cop for Michael.
Why?
Very
Hold
interesting.
on. Why did Alon ditch the 9 pin? I mean, we're back to Ishan now, but what was the benefit there?
Don't actually
Yeet.
know. I really
Okay.
have no idea. I am missing something, but
3-0-6-0 on the right for Andrew with that Ricci.
3-6,
Ricci
not a
Nomi.
great tell, but something.
Yeet.
Michael still with a little bit to go. Oh, and the counter reach on just the 8. Suji trap though. Could see it played from Michael.
Never trust Terminal Suji.
Oh, yeah, never trust Suji on the reach tile. Apparently as dangerous as a naked tile, but new Uradora hit, so
So it doesn't really
definitely
affect
a nice
anything.
swing, but yeah, not nearly enough. Needed that to be a much bigger hand. Honestly, if you're Michael, not even that upset about that, because again, the game is advancing. That's your #1 goal right now. Advance the game as quick as possible. Play super fast against a aggressive Ricci. And just make sure you end up in at least +10, which you are in a great spot to do right now. Andrew with a very interesting hand.
I mean, what? Just I don't know. You could go Chanta, go Honroto just for fun. You've only got 3 on our pairs, but screw it.
Might as
Doesn't
well.
call the North.
Oh,
there's 4.
hold
Now
up,
you do.
hold up. Ayo. Got
go
South
Chitoy.
Call, got greens. Yeah, you could play what's all terminals and honors? Is that Honroto?
Honroto.
Honroto. Yeah, I mean could go Chitoy Honroto. That's pretty nice. What is that? Mongon minimum?
Oh, there's the 7.
Could even go
Chanta's
Chanta.
fine.
It's fair. Taking it.
Just 2 Shanten for the Chanta. It's much more reasonable than the Honroto, but
Hey, Chitoy Honroto. Not too far off. Could pick up, like 9 Mon pair. Could even
9600.
pair up south green.
5 Dora though, 2 of those are in Scott's hand, and Scott is Ishanten as well. You really don't want to draw the 4-0. The 4-0 is the only way to Chimpai that
4-0
doesn't let
stuffs out.
you use both Dora.
Not really what you want. You're looking for the 7, looking for the 8, even looking for the 3 Mon. Could potentially also see a 4 and then an open up.
Well, Alon across the way
Whoa.
visualizing 789 Sanshoku Junchan discarding the 4 or 5 pin Ryankan, and as you just reacted to,
Andrew, get that sneaky little 9s. There's still 9 feet to be seen. Oh, but the reach comes up. 4 drop, looking at A3.
I shouldn't have mentioned the 4-0 coming into hand. I accidentally
Suji,
cursed Scott.
I
Terminal
mean,
Suji.
Dong.
Yep, there it goes.
yep, I'm telling. See, if it would have Suji on the 7, if it would have been Suji on the 7 drop and kept that 8 and not trusted Suji on the reach tile, then it wouldn't have dealt in. That's Suizo tidbit of the day, as I've been told.
Drops Andrew below 30K. Scott, final dealership. It is time
Make or break.
for the Homba.
The craziest run
Oh my
of
God.
their life. Double digits Homba minimum.
Michael, all the flow this game. Michael has
What's Michael got?
Shaw, West, Seatwind, and Dora.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. Hey. Scott's got a quick hand. Some very easy upgrades to hit. Very reasonable. It's looking like those are the 2 with it. Yep, that's a big pickup. I'd imagine it's got to be 1 Mon, right? Okay, opposite drop, 1S, sure. Fine. Totally good with that. 5 coming up. Oh,
That's
okay.
Chimpai for Andrew on the left. Electing to Dama.
If I know Yaku, that's fair. Try to, hit an upgrade, do something else with the hand. Play passive. Focus on not dealing in. Fair. North coming out. Alon really just getting nothing but bricks this game.
Ooh, there we go.
Ooh, Epeko upgrade.
There's another
Don't
way
need
to
the West
Tempai
with
here
that.
now.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
West comes
comes
out.
out anyway!
Yep. Scaring the table.
Drop Hatsu for now. All right, Ishan 10, but now this is an incredibly wide Ishan
Michael's
10.
scaring the Janchi on
There
the
was the 3-pin!
table.
And drew
Oh,
it,
that's big.
discarded the 1-pin, and drew the 3-pin. Would have ended the
That's
hand.
big. Oh.
Tempai. 4-so, 1-so, wait. 2 of each
Gun
left.
4-1.
A
4
very-
works into Scott's hand. 8 not gonna do it. I think Scott's Ishan 10 in a weird way, right?
Scott is in fact
Couple Ishan 10 upgrades.
Each.
And the reach coming out. Finds
4-so,
the Ramen.
7-so.
4-7-so.
The 7-so is
1-4-7, all
Sanshoku.
dangerous. Oh, wow, yeah, and 7-so Sanchoku. So not a small hand at all. White coming out.
One-
doesn't opt to drop the white.
Only 1 4-so left in wall.
Whew, I
2
mean, 6 is
7s.
safe.
2 1s.
Scott not hitting any upgrades. Not what you want to see. There's no way.
That would have been Tempai. Obviously no Yaku with the 1-mon in hand, but
Yeah. Or you could call 3. Yeah, you would have to drop the 1-mon and then you'd still be Ishanten, I think. Right. Yeah, that would probably be the best way to play it. With that open, so very clumsy. Not best case scenario.
Sumo on the 7-so!
Andrew
Tsukame!
Sumos!
Richie Sumo Pinfu from
Ah.
Shoku Mangan.
But yeah, no Ura, just a Mongon, but it's looking
Even-
tough. It all comes down to this.
Even a Yakuman, not enough for Scott here. So it's all about Alon. Can Alon
It's
put together a positive score and stay in front of Michael at the same time? This isn't a horrible hand. It's not a great hand, but it's not a horrible hand either. You've got 3 Ryamen, you've got a couple of pairs, you have middle
There
tiles, you can
is-
work with this.
there is a weird, crazy world where Alon gets second and is still ahead of Michael too, because Michael is 15 points behind right now. So Alon, if he can get close to Michael, doesn't even need to pass Michael. If Alon can even target Andrew a bit and still be fine and still stay in spot 16.
I don't know how I feel about that 3-pin drop. I really would have preferred Hatsu or Chun, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of greeting over the honors, and I mean, I think that's something that I've seen a lot in V3, and I think it's for players who are newer to the game or who aren't as seasoned at it. I think a lot of the time the honors look really good because it's, oh, if I hit the pair, this becomes a crazy hand or this solves all my problems. But statistically, it's so hard to get
Tempai,
it. And big Tempai.
once again, we can have
gotta
Richie
take it.
Suji. Richie on the 4-so, waiting on 1-so.
Okay,
Never
have
trust
we
Richie
learned anything?
Suji.
Have
Don't
we
do
learned
it.
everything? Have we learned? Oh, okay. Michael knows. Michael's in.
Michael's the person with all of it. Well, Michael's going to be playing Genbutsu. There's no way Michael pushes anything if unnecessary,
There's absolutely
but
no way. But if the drops run low, I can't wait. Has Michael dealt into a reach Suji tile yet? I don't think Michael has.
Haku's better. Tumon is Genbutsu. Haku will
No,
should come out before Onsu
the
Onsu
Haku will
does.
come out. Odds are the
Torso.
south comes out. The north
All
is
right.
coming out.
Michael's pretty stacked here as far as safe tiles go.
Michael's got a while, yeah, and Alon is going to be just dropping safe tile after safe tile. A lot more options.
One more 8-pin left in the wall.
I mean, here's the thing though. Even if Michael just gets Tempai, that's all Michael or Alon needs. Alon just needs to keep it going, keep the dream alive.
Just don't let anybody else win ever.
Exactly. That's the #1 goal. The side goal is you want to hit Michael with this really bad. But it's not necessary. It's in the want category. Oh, and as time goes by, it's getting harder and harder. That 4, that 7. There's so many save tiles for Michael to play.
Yeah, 9-so looks better than 1-so. Terminal Suji, but not to the Rishi tile.
Yeah, it's
Is this Scott has almost just wandered into Tenpai here.
that's a very, very good point.
Is Ishan 10 could have called for a K10 actually. Doesn't.
Whoa. Okay, that's a little bit of a weird drop. I would have imagined there you drop the 9.
Well,
You
6
just
6
chance
0 is
the 9.
safe.
6 is completely safe. Yeah, but
There's
actually, yeah, that's a
Tenpai
good
for Andrew. Waiting 5
double
pin
5.
5 so.
It's looking tough.
And it's Tanya, so that actually can win.
Could opt to switch here for 4 or 5.
And then have possible
6 is unsafe.
Sananko. Yeah. If you sumo this, it's Sananko. However, the entirety of your
enough
weight is in
draws.
Scott's hand.
I'd imagine. Yep. Okay. That's big though. Michael drops a little bit. I need to catch Andrew more though. But Alon, not a terrible end to that. Dora to start. Couple pairs to boot, but nothing too fast going along. And Michael.
The same is true everywhere else at the table. Like Chitoy 2 Shanten for Alon is closer to what anybody else has. Scott maybe has the fastest hand, best shapes. 2-3-4 Sanshoku though could allow Andrew to open and end things quickly.
Michael hits one good draw or two, hits that 7P, hits something to really declutter the Manzu. That's a very, very quick hand. But another pair coming out.
Has a Dora in hand.
Could potentially opt for a Tanyao open route as well. Not off the table yet.
Ooh.
And that's a good sell. Yep, South comes out. Now all of a sudden you're looking at actually, never mind. That Tanyao Toy is a hard sell. That's really, really tough.
It's bad tiles for it. The 6-mon and the 6-mon 3-pin and
the
6
double 6 and the 3. It's hard. It's hard to get one of those, let alone 3. Still keeping alive. Still trying to play the Chitoy. I'd imagine it's got to be a Dama.
If you get the Chitoy?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
The only situation I can see happening is
if it's Dora, you call Ricci, because no one's going to drop it anyway. Because you don't want anyone else to win the hand, so like...
Yeah, that's true. How to back off the hand as quick as possible. Or how to force other people off. There's also Ishan 10 for Michael right now. Not with any good Pinfu upgrades, so the Dama's probably out of the table. Or off the table. We need to downgrade and come back. That's the tile to do it, though. 1-8.
Hey, and look, all of the tiles are in hand. One is in Scott's hand, and the other 3 all in Alon's hand. So, really, the only way for Alon to get it... Oh my god. Suji trap. But it's Dora, right? Like, and Alon wants that.
Dora.
Oh, no. No. 3-pin. We're strong. We're strong ever.
Oh, he catches it. No, but any open
Alon's
up.
out.
Any open up and the 1 comes. This
is death.
No.
This is total death for Alon. The only way Alon could escape this is drawing another 1, so make that your other pair, but you can't because they're all gone.
No, there's gotta maybe danger sense. Maybe no. What about this? 7-4 so. No, because then you still can't Tonki on the 1. Oh, and the other reach. This is looking like the nail. I can't.
I hate this.
The 1-1 comes out first. Yep.
Sumo.
There's the 5-man
sumo.
Andrew.
The E-Pots on Andrew.
Wait, hold on, does this change first place? The E-Pots for Andrew drops Michael into second.
First place.
But since Alon got 4th, Michael will still get into the positive.
18, so Michael's done it.
But Brett still has 4 games to play, and Brett's only at -14. So that sumo from Andrew not only puts Andrew at first overall, it brings Michael down enough that Michael now is going to have to watch all of Brett's games with total anticipation, because it would be so easy for Brett to get over you. That was a huge loss for Michael. Oh my god.
That's a good point. Brett's got a chance. Well, let's see. When's Brett playing? It looks like tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. 4 games. 5 o'clock PST, 8 o'clock EST. Brett getting 4 up. It looks like everybody else, from what I'm seeing, doesn't have too much stake, but everything is to gain for Brett. Oh, that's big. Or wait,
Oh.
Henry? Wait, is Henry playing in Brett's? No,
Yeah, and
Henry
Henry,
is.
well, Henry's at plus 23.6, right?
So
So I don't
Henry's
know if
not
they're at
far
this.
off, yeah.
So like Henry could also still drop. So this, oh my god. And now
This
you're
is
Michael. You
crazy.
just have to watch what happens at everyone else's tables. Michael did a very, very good job of getting back into position there. Alon got really unlucky with a lot of tiles. Did not get the hands that they needed.
Alon was not getting a lot there, and that initial big deal in East 1 was nail in the coffin. That was the absolute worst thing. That was the absolute last thing you wanted to see and start off. You wanted to start off ahead, not behind.
But as it happens, we'll really have to keep an eye on what
Yeah, the
happens at Brett's
promotion.
table, what happens at with you too. Like if
I'm
I
scared
don't want
right
to
now.
curse you
I'm
here, but
worried. No,
if you take a
Armel,
big blast,
I've had bad the last like 2 sessions or 3 sessions. I was at like plus 100 3 sessions ago. I've been dropping. I'm not out of the woods. I took 2/3 last week. I'm not feeling too good right now, especially now that it looks like I plus 20. There's a world where, or I guess no, I guess plus 4 is the cutoff. Or no, whatever Brett gets, yeah. So Brett could get plus 20. Or no, because okay, so plus 4.6 is going to be my cutoff.
we're getting kind of lost in the math here.
There's a
But
lot. Okay, yeah. So, but
there's just a
it's
lot.
close.
There's a lot of moving variables, right? Because Brett's still playing, you're still
Well,
playing,
Brett's
Henry's
still playing, yeah.
playing.
But so I'm in third. Henry's still playing. So let's say Henry goes up, right? And Brett goes up. Because Brett overtakes Allen.
Or Michael, you mean?
Or yeah, Michael. Sorry, I forgot these weren't updated. So Brett overtakes Michael. Yeah, so it's whatever no, because even so I just have to get above Michael. Because if Brett overtakes Michael and I drop below, as long as I'm still above Michael, I'm guaranteed 16th.
Yeah, since Henry's already in promotion range. If Henry
Since
passes
Henry's
you
already
and Brett passes you, that would still put you in 16th as long as you stay above Michael.
As
So
long as
Michael,
so 8.3 is the hard cutoff right now. And
right.
potentially could grow or it could lessen. So that's where everybody who still needs to play games, that's where the borderline is.
It'll be really interesting. We're actually seeing a very similar situation develop here in B3 as we've seen develop in A2, where in A2 Oliver is kind of the hard cutoff. It's a very similar. It's not the same situation with positive negative because there's less promotion slots.
Yeah,
but
but
it's
the
very much
58.7, it's
right.
everybody gunning to get above that, and players really close. Philip Z 1 point behind.
Right, and I'm only 7 points ahead. So like, there's
you could even be on. I mean, Philip Z still has to play. Huang L still
Philip
has
Huang,
2 games.
Philip and Huang at the same table. So
a good first for Huang and a good second for Philip. 2 of those, yeah, you could even be out. Very, very close lines.
Right. So, and the same thing is happening here in B3, where we see like 3 or 4 players all right around the same score who are jostling for position. And this is the weird part about Session 6, where because you schedule your games when you have availability, and especially with this being the holiday season and it being incredibly difficult for people to schedule games,
it's extremely wacky who's going first, who's setting the standards, who's going to the goalpost first. The race is finished right now. We have the cutoff, we have the hard set time. But I mean, Alon, Michael, they're going into that game with no idea. For honestly, going before that game, I thought the cutoff was positive. And now it's looking like it's +8. Or there's a very, very valid world where it's +8. It's crazy. This end of season, I'm telling you, this is the best time to watch. This is crunch time. This is where it all comes together. And placements too. Placements are super interesting. I mean, you look at Michael, 5-2, 12-5.
12 third places. Oh my god.
Alon with quadruple 6 is at -26, and I have a decent chance at getting quadruple 6 and going +20.
This is actually a very
It's
good
a
point.
real
Like
world.
Michael,
It's so interesting to see.
Michael's average placement is bad. Like 5 firsts, 2 seconds, 12 thirds, 5 fourths. So you have 10 more bottom half placements than top halves, and you're still positive. How huge are those firsts?
What did those
How
fives
tight?
look like?
Right.
What did those look like?
What
That's
did
a
the fives
great
look
point.
like, and what did the 12s look like? Because
That's true. It could have been a
that
lot
is
of positive
bonkers.
thirds. Positive thirds with how Armel works, that sliding Uma, if you're over base points, you don't get bombed for it. You don't go negative.
And there's no way either of those seconds were negative, right? Like, it can't happen.
We don't know how crazy the firsts are. I mean, who knows?
Well, we
We don't
saw
know
one
how
of
many of
them,
those thirds are fourth. That's true.
but boy howdy, has it been an exciting night tonight in the ARML. As I believe the only game going on right now is nearing its conclusion.
Yeah, with the looks like a B1-3 game. I want to say I looked earlier and there wasn't too much on the line between those players. It looks like Joe M, Matthias S, Sarah A, and Andrew F, which taking a quick look from the casters booth, Sarah A minus 46 could potentially, with a bad third, get out. Actually, did they just start?
Yeah, Sarah trying to stay out of demotion. Andrew trying to crawl out, but it's going to take two massive firsts for that to happen. Matthias pretty safe in fifth there. And then
Yeah,
who
so
was the fourth player at that table?
Looks like, did you get Joe M?
Joe also
In
fairly
six, so
safe, but
looking pretty fine. May has a chance to slip out of promotion, but not looking too bad. Did
yeah,
they?
Joe and Matthias kind of right in the same spot. And there's a couple of 24s. Like Pio at plus 43 is 24. So the fact that the next up is Christian plus 20 who hasn't played any games, that makes you feel a lot better if you're
I don't
in either of those seats.
Did they already play both their games? I'm looking in the chat trying to look at the log of game starts, but I'm not seeing a game started up. Unless I'm misreading.
But let's see. We are at
Might do it. That might be the end. I think
the other game going actually is I, Chris, Eric, and Steven. But
that's what I was thinking. We do have
that game so far
that.
along, we're probably better off just ending here. It's been a lot on this stream. I need a break. I think all of my vocal cords are totally buzzed.
After this absolutely exciting, as I've stated before, promotion commotion. It's insane. You can't really ask for a better series than that. You really can't.
Yeah, that was totally bonkers. A lot of fun to watch. I look forward to hearing the players reflect on that one because there was just so much.
There was so much, and it's so many tough positions to play through too. Like at the end when there's hard set goals and just everything gets so much more complicated.
And then Andrew, the dream killer.
And then Andrew, top of the line, king in their castle, just ending it all. It's crazy.
But thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw and you want to be notified when it starts happening again, be sure to follow us here on Twitch. Find the little heart and follow us there. Follow us on Twitter at American Ricci. If you want to join the ARML, we have a very exciting group of new players coming in next season. You'll have to check out there.
You didn't hear this from me, but it looks like we got some JPML pro players, some legendary names joining Armel next season. So it is going to be absolutely stacked, going to be tons of fun.
And on that sort of note, the requirements to be an ARML, I don't know if we ever really talk about this, But the requirements to be an IRML is either live in the US or be a US citizen. You don't need both, but you need at least one of those. So if you meet
Hey,
either of those
one of
conditions
two.
and you want to join,
Either or,
then
all good.
go to AmericanRicci.org and signups for this season in today at 11:59. So this is the final day to join.
Yep.
If you
Get
want to be
in.
a part of the next season.
Get it quick, getting this wackiness. This is my first season playing, and I can tell you, not only is casting game fun, playing them may even be better. I'm about to get put in one of the most stressful games of Ricci I can play come Thursday, which
And
I am all for, especially after seeing how Brett's games turn out. It is nothing but excitement, and this is the most competitive, biggest stakes games that, in my opinion, you can play right now.
And for the final time this broadcast, I entirely disagree with Harrison. Honestly, would not be playing Mahjong at all anymore if it wasn't for commentary. I enjoy commentary so much more than playing. Playing is miserable. All it is pain and suffering. But I'm still doing it because I enjoy the commentary and I want to make sure I'm in the thick of things so that I can give meaningful analysis.
You always got to be on
finally-
both sides of the aisle, you know?
And finally, if you want to see a vast compendium of our previous broadcasts, go to tinyurl.com/ARMLYT. All three of those links you will find in the chat. I am sure our good old cupboard boy, Nathaniel, who has been doing all of the work in the broadcast director booth, broadcasts about
Holding everything
80%
together,
of the games.
killing it,
Yep.
doing the best.
That's not going to get you out from underneath the kitchen sink next season, Nathaniel,
Nope,
just so
sorry,
you know.
gotta
But
cut it. But
yeah, but we got to cut costs somewhere. So there it is. Thank you very much for all that you are doing casting these games, and thank you all for watching and making these fun streams to interact with.
Hope everyone was entertained, had a great night, as me and you both have.
Yes, absolutely. I am Ennui, signing out for the ARML. Peace out, everybody.
I'm Sweezo, keeping it real. Hope to see everyone later. Take care.